Testing. Hello. All right, cool. I think they can hear us. All right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another live stream. Today, I am joined with my co-host, as always, Julian. Say hi, Julian.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
And today, we have a special guest. Today, we are joined by Twisted Vertex Studios, the creator of B-C-1. How's it going, man?
All good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're excited to have you
Oh
on.
yeah, oh
Huh?
yeah. I can't wait to talk about this series. Again, I said I just stumbled onto it one day, and I was like, Diego, we should probably talk about this.
And when he told me that, I was like, no. And I went on to my day. And then he was like,
Yeah, no.
no, we should, or I'm not coming back on the live stream. And I was like, oh, great, okay, fine, I guess we'll cover it. So here we are.
I'm like, I'm gonna slander you on my website and take you down.
So he wasn't
Yeah.
that interested. He just did it so his co-host wouldn't leave.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to use this guy for content. Like, I
Awesome.
can't. God damn it. Primal World keeps donating.
Been-
Primal World, you do know that I'm going to read your comment no matter what. You don't have to keep donating to me. But thank you for the $5. I don't want to come off as ungrateful.
Donating.
I don't want to come off as ungrateful.
Listen to him. Just keep donating every chance you get.
Yeah. I must continue my tradition of donating to these streams to give myself attention. Oh, well, okay, that answers it, I guess.
There we go. I mean, like, you could buy our attention for sure.
Honestly,
by
Super
all
chat
means.
is a super chat.
It's a win-win. You know, I get money, they get
Yeah.
attention.
There you go. You see, isn't that what the YouTube game's all about?
Pretty much.
Parasocial relationships, mate. That's how it always goes.
Absolutely.
You see, Twist
No,
has
I
got it
agree.
on right.
Yes. For a small channel, I've been on YouTube a long time, boys. I know a thing or
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that later. I will just say though, as much like as great as your series is, I'm surprised you're not bigger.
Well, this is just how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
You know, I
Yeah.
don't know if it's because I don't promote myself well. I don't know if it's like the algorithm hasn't picked it up. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I'm
but, you
sure
know,
it's
I
many
appreciate what I've
things.
got.
It's yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would assume it's the fact that like there's such niche topics, and niche topics like it stagnates growth, you know? Like that's part of the
I mean-
unfortunate reality of
Yeah, and I accept that. I mean, look, I'm not. It's not like I'm unaware of the fact that because I use such low poly models for the show, that it might turn off a few people. Because obviously, like a lot of the audience I find in like the analytics is like people who have obviously grown up with these games, like the games that I use like the assets from. So
Right.
I'm completely okay with whatever audience I have for the show because at the end of the day,
Oh, yeah.
people are still watching, and that's what matters.
Oh, for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
It's just that
Yeah.
the fucking algorithm for YouTube sucks because I had to like totally fuck up my algorithm just to find your stuff, like for your stuff to pop up. Like I had to go down like a bunch of like dinosaur like fan film AMV, like get all that shit, and then have your stuff show up. And I'm like, oh, interesting.
And when
So
you
there's
look
like a
up
bunch
fan
of stuff on
films-
YouTube.
Dinosaur, like if you look up something like dinosaur fan films, it's synonymous with like anything relating to Jurassic Park. So you'll come up with like
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of Jurassic Park
Nothing
fan
but
films,
Jurassic
you know.
Park.
So it's like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
part
yeah.
of the problem is that there's way too much focus on the popular stuff like that. Unfortunately,
Yeah, but guys, here's the thing, right? Look, I have tried to like get myself into YouTube like for many, many years, right? I've been on it since I was like 8 years old, and I'm just happy in general that people are now actually watching this series. You know, that's
Oh,
just
yeah.
how I view it. Like, I know
I mean-
the algorithm and all that is a load of nonsense. It has been for years, hasn't it? But like,
Yeah.
I am just happy in general because I've actually I put a lot of work into these shows, obviously, and just to like get any views at all for me is just it's a bonus really. Because I've got a
No, I
story I
get
want to
that, man.
tell.
Yeah, it's art, dude. You're doing your art. You're doing what you want to do. I mean, having an audience is just a bonus.
No, absolutely.
It's nice though. Don't get me wrong. You know,
No, it is. It's very rewarding to see like when your video hits like over 1,000, over 5,000, over 10,000 views. You know, like there's something about that that's just so mind-boggling when you first see it.
yeah.
Like even now, I didn't think that my Lost World video was going to do great at all because I waited so long to push it out. It had been like 3 months since I last uploaded a video. I was sure that the algorithm was going to completely fuck that video over, and I was going to get maybe like 10, 15,000 views, which isn't bad by any means. But the fact that it got all the way up to, I think it's like at 28 now,
That's
I
pretty
was
good.
extremely grateful for that it was pushed out like at least that much, you know.
Yeah. And the substance of it, I mean, mate, like I said just before we started streaming here, like that was a really, really good video because that film, I feel like it deserves a lot more praise than it gets. But obviously because it's so old, but you know, it's the very first time you see like actual stop motion used like in a film such as that, and I remember watching that film when I was like 10. Like on YouTube, you know, like the old 240p, like
yes. The
videos, it's
classic
like
days,
2
back
pixels
in
on
the
screen.
day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now I'll tell you what it is about the videos for me. Like the one thing I enjoy more than everything, like the subscribers are great and the the views are obviously fantastic. But for me, it's the comments. I love reading comments. Like I don't know if it's like that for you guys, but for me, like personally, that's the main thing I always look forward to getting, just to see what people are saying. Like, you know, even the more critical ones, because obviously the series has gone through like a bit of a change in the last few months. So even then, I'll still read them, and you know, like I haven't really gotten a knock on wood. I haven't got a proper hate comment yet, but I'm looking forward to it because I'm gonna pin it when I get it. Like a proper, this thing's
You heard it
terrible,
here,
you know.
folks. Somebody sent a hate comment to Twisted Vertex
Yeah, that's what's
Studios.
gonna happen now, isn't it?
It'll wear it as a badge of pride.
There you go. Well, at least you're taking it
Perfect.
to the
Gotta
chin.
do it.
That's the way to go about it.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it, because you see, the thing is, right, what I want to avoid, like, I mean, this is like goes without saying. I'm not saying anything new here, but you don't want to end up being that guy who then starts replying to comments and then saying, "How dare you say this?" You know, because then you're just going to attract trolls, aren't you?
Oh
Exactly.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna make it worse.
Primal World say he's gonna give the hate comment. So expect.
Oh, yeah.
I
He's
look
the one.
forward
Yeah.
to reading it.
He's the one that did the Carnosaur analog horror series. So you know you'll. Hey, I mean, it's kind of an
yeah.
honor if you really think about it.
No, very, very good. Two analog horror series battling it out. That's exactly what you want. Isn't it? It is, but yeah. No, I'm looking forward to this stream, guys. You said that it's about 3 hours or whatever. It is currently
can
for
be.
everyone watching.
We kind of just
two and a half
go.
hours.
Yeah. However long.
Yeah, we
Kinda just
kind of
go.
we shoot for like an hour and a half, but it usually ends up 3 hours.
Because Julian just cannot collect his thoughts. Like you
Oh,
ask him.
oh, yeah,
if
it's
you ask
totally
him,
me.
hold on. If you ask him to summarize, hey, summarize this one topic in 5 minutes. 20 minutes later, he'll be like, okay, I'm just getting started.
I mean,
I think that's what
I would
happened
love
the
to
first time
argue
I
with you,
brought you
Diego,
on.
but I can't. I can't argue with you. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right.
We did a
Listen,
we did
everything has nuance to it. It can't just nothing is black and white. Everything's gray. It has nuance.
We did
One
like
thing
a-
leads to another.
what is it? We did that book the book live stream, like the book club our first one that we did
Oh,
like
yeah.
a year ago or so. And the first like 45 minutes to an hour is just him talking about primitive war and his complaints about it. And it was
We can get onto that.
because we had
Oh, yeah,
we were talking
We can
we
get
were going
onto
to talk
that.
about we had like 4 books to talk about, and the first half of the stream is just him talking about primitive war. It was
Listen,
it
I
was
have
amazing.
thoughts on it. There's a lot of bullshit in that book that I just needed to air out.
It was
and
it
it
was
still
a burning
pisses me off.
passion
I
for
mean,
you.
Don't get me started. I'll start again right now.
I've only seen the film. I haven't read the book.
Oh
haven't-
man,
I haven't
you
read the
don't
books
need to
either.
read the book.
I plan to, because that's one of the
Oh.
for a while that was one of the like the most requested topic for me to talk about. They're like, talk about primitive war, talk about primitive war. So I'm like, okay, well I got to read the book first. And there was a time where I was in the talks with the author, and I was gearing up to do a video, but I stopped because, you know, I mean, I didn't hate the book or anything, but I just kind of lost interest in it.
Well, I didn't care for the book.
Hopefully he's not watching.
Really? Are you sure, Julian?
I mean,
Do you want to go on
he
that
can-
tangent
Oh
again?
yeah, listen. I know it's shocking. I didn't care for the book, but no, I thought it was very, very 2012 Call of Duty style, which makes sense because it originally started. Well, no, stop it, Diego. No,
here
I'm
we
not
go.
going to do it. You're trying to get me on a tangent again.
Right. Well, if we want to go on a tangent, I do want to ask, like, what did you guys think of the film? Because Diego, I remember I actually watched your live stream, and I think it was after you went to see it,
We saw it
and that's
together.
how I found
yeah.
out about the film. Oh, did
Yep,
ya?
we sure did.
Yeah, we
both
saw it
went to go
together.
see it.
I gave it because you know I already gave my thoughts. I'll just give a quick. I gave it like a 6 out of 10. It was okay. It wasn't like it was a big budget creature feature film. You know, like that's kind of the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Well, we
Not
don't
bad,
get
not-
many of them anymore.
Yeah.
So that's how I viewed it as well. It was like I enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't really take it too seriously. I mean, I know there's a bunch of controversy around it now, but for what the film was, you know, it was good to see like dinosaurs on screen in a film that wasn't called Jurassic Park.
Right.
Yeah, not like the main things. It was nice having something that wasn't connected to a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because I read the book first, I liked the movie a lot more because I felt like the movie fixed everything, most of the things I had problems with in the book. I don't know if I didn't read the book before going seeing the movie, if I would like it as much as I did.
Yeah, and the one thing I really liked, which I'm sure we'll get onto later with one of the questions or whatever, that they showed the T-Rexes as an unstoppable force of nature, and that was nice to see. That was nice to see based on other franchises, which I feel very strongly about, which we'll get into at some point.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just glad the T-Rexes had lips. That made that I was like, cool, perfect. That's an extra star right there.
Because you want to be kissed
They
by
gave it
one.
lips.
I do want to be kissed by a T-Rex. Yes.
You gave it lips, and they gave it that cool jaw pop sound as well.
Oh yeah,
I love that. Okay, that's
Yeah.
actually
I loved it.
It really gave me like 2005's King Kong vibes. I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think
apparently
that's
that
super fine
is.
in the movie.
And actually, Julian, I think it was you that told me, but that's an actual thing that like modern animals like crocodiles and alligators do. Like they have that like snapping jaw.
Yeah,
It's the
'cause,
air
their
escaping.
souls
Yeah.
crashing together.
When they put it down, like it's the pressure.
Right.
Air escaping.
That's pretty cool.
Exactly, and I thought it was overall thought it was all right, but the book. One quick thing about the book before we keep going.
That sign,
It
man,
makes
it
sense why-
says everything.
Yeah, oh god, fucking made the prophecy come true. But the book was originally like a form, wasn't it? Like a series that like he wrote for Call of Duty form or something like that, where he's like, oh yeah, no, he would put characters that were other people's characters, COD characters, into the story, and then eventually he just made his own book out of those forms.
Ah, so it's like the dinosaur version of 50 Shades of Grey, right? Where it's like a fan
Yeah,
fiction.
kind of. Yeah, exactly. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but then when you have that context to it and you read the book, you're like, yeah, it seems like it was part of like of a COD form because there's so much weird shit in there that sounds more like Call of Duty Black Ops than actual historical fiction. Crazy, given that there's dinosaurs in it, but.
But
Yeah, I thought the
yeah.
film was all right.
yeah. Okay,
Put
so
my little 2 cents in there.
before we continue talking about, other franchises instead of like the one series that
We're here to talk about.
we're here to talk about. Vertex, would you like to talk about, or would you like to at least give like maybe a small overview as to what B-C-1 is?
Yeah, absolutely right. So B-C-1 is a low-poly sci-fi horror/action adventure story about 2 convict soldiers who are sent to a prehistoric world and have to figure out how to get home after their colonel is killed. And along the way they encounter dinosaurs, zombie infections, aliens, cosmic horror entities, and a very sociopathic dictator president. And that's how I describe my series.
That sounded rehearsed.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair,
you sat there like.
to be fair, I
trying to
was
sell it to us.
earlier in the week. I was like thinking to myself, okay, if I had to introduce the series hypothetically, how would I do it? And I kept trying to think about how I would do it, like in just one single sentence, right? And in my mind, like I would have needed to have written it down too, because in my mind I just could not think of a way to like properly summarize, because there's so much that happens, right? There's so much a part of it. The way he summarized it was perfect. Like that's, it makes sense that he had.
I mean, you
to write
could
it
just say carnivores by way of Half-Life and Unreal.
Yeah,
That's
that
too
is
easy
also
though.
part of it.
That's too easy.
Yeah,
Too simple.
That's
Too
just-
simple.
Not just
enough
not just too
gravitas
easy.
to
Like
it.
it's just lazy. Julian, do better. Do better.
You know, you got to give them a reason to come and watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, like I saw the Half-Life models, and I was like, all right, now I have to check this out.
Yeah.
I
But
saw
no,
the
it's,
carnivore
yeah.
models, and I was like, I gotta check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carnivore's great game franchise. Part of like my childhood. Like both Half-Life and Carnivores were part of my childhood. So I just thought meshing the two together worked really well, and you find that the models actually do complement each other. Like when you put them into
Oh,
the
yeah.
world. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that like I said everything that I'd want to say, like to introduce the series, like. But that's all I've got for notes. I'm just gonna wing the rest and see what we get.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we do in these streams pretty much all the time.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we couldn't tell.
So you said that you grew
Yeah.
you grew up with the carnivore games.
Yeah. Well, and Half-Life 2, to be fair.
Right.
So it's like, when I was on YouTube, like really early on, like I'm talking like single digit age, yeah. So 9 years old. Like back in the day, YouTube was like felt a lot more mysterious, like with the stuff you could find. And I just remember like I'd find like videos of carnivores, again in like really bad quality or whatever. And I'm just like, what's this game where you can like hunt dinosaurs? And it's like, a few years later, I managed to obtain the game. Let's say, leave it there, like. And yeah, no, I'd always play it and I even had there was like a mobile version of it released, and I remember I used to play it in
That's the
school
one
when I should have
was
been
most
doing
familiar
stuff,
with.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep
No, it still
re-releasing
holds
it
up,
every
man.
once in a while.
Actually,
yeah, they do
If
like
you-
new models and that.
if you look at my oldest videos, you will see that the oldest videos, well, some of the oldest videos are of me playing mobile carnivores. So there's that nostalgic tie that I have to the games. So that's why when I saw that and Julian was telling me about it, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot, because this, like, if it's got carnivores in it, I gotta check it out, because carnivores is pretty
Man.
cool.
I remember when Carnivores first came out. I remember going to the store and picking it up in the big box and having the T-Rex on there and going back home and
Oh,
putting it
yes.
in. Shit, you're telling me. Go in there, had to download it to my fucking Windows 98 computer, and I had to play it like at 25 frames per second.
Classic.
Oh yeah, and then the sequel came out, and I was like, oh yes. So I got both of them. I have both of them somewhere. That and the city one, where you had like the dinosaurs
Cityscape.
escape to the city.
Oh
yeah,
god, the
Cityscape.
city one's terrible, man.
Oh, yeah,
I
I know.
tried playing it the other month. It's just like
completely
such a
horseshit.
weird. The idea's like really good, but the execution's just terrible. Like you're just sort
Well,
of
it's
running
'cause
around.
They have
And the
enough of a
dinosaurs
budget
just
for
know your location at all times.
they have enough of a budget for a hunting sim with dinosaurs. Sure, they don't have enough of a budget for an actual game that's like, oh, a city overrun by dinosaurs and there's like no people anywhere.
Yeah, it had like the ideas were good. It's just the execution that didn't really work out too well.
A lot of the ideas are actually being better used in mods and stuff like that, like the Triassic mod and all that kind of stuff. All that
Fallen
shit, like
Kings and all that.
yeah,
A lot of
the
modern
fan
carnivores-
community's been holding that thing up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. A lot of modern carnivores is kept alive because of the modding community around it.
Yeah, they've got a great community, and I will say this now, like that community have been such a help making this series.
Oh, I'm
because,
sure.
Like you ask them questions like, which models would be used here, like, do you know who made the model so I can ask them for permission? And that I will say has been a bit annoying, because for some of the models, it's like I'm asking this person to ask that person, and then they're not on Discord anymore, and you got to go around the houses trying to find out who's made this bloody model so I can actually use it. Like,
You gotta send them a letter.
yeah. They live up in the Rocky Mountains somewhere, and you got to find out where it is.
Yeah.
And then you don't
But
even
yeah,
know if they're
it's been really
active
good.
online anymore. So it's like
Oh,
you gotta
exactly.
pray that
That's
like,
been the
okay,
case with some of them, man.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
That's been the case with some of them. Yeah, like it's because
Have you been talking-
it is really old. But
Have you ever been
I've-
talking to Saurian Target? I mean, he
I
probably.
was
knows
gonna
where
bring
I
him
should
up
say.
too. I love Saurian Target.
Yeah, I've tried to, man. I've tried to, but I can't DM him on Twitter or anything. So like, it's hard to get in contact with him, and I don't want to start going into his comments and being like, "Hi there. Oh, could you check out my series, please?"
Well, just make a whole video. Saurian Target, I'm calling you out. Watch my series. Also,
Why
who are
is
these
that?
models?
Why is that your solution
yeah.
to everything? It's just a start drama, Julian.
I mean, listen.
Yeah,
usually when you start drama, people answer.
That's true, but like, what do you think that's gonna? He's trying to like amicably talk to him. Like, what makes you think
And is it
calling him out
working?
in a video? Is
No
gonna
Is it
work?
publicity
working?
is bad publicity.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. Is it working, Diego? Is it working?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not really
In
paying
a way,
attention
it's
to that.
working.
It'll probably work. Starting drama.
I mean, it did kind of work. You got this guy to be on our interview. I mean, Primal
Yeah,
World
yeah,
commented
yeah.
on our stuff, so I mean, kinda, I guess. He didn't call us out though. He didn't start drama, not like you.
Listen, that's okay. You gotta keep the peace. You're the level head here.
I'm trying. Trust me.
Two ADHD heads and the straight man there, the level
Yeah,
headed
exactly.
person of the stream.
You're the one that has to be stressed, not us.
Primal
no,
was like, I'm gonna start drama now. You started the drama a long time ago when you animated me.
Yeah. See, and it worked.
Did you say that's the guy that made the Carnosaur series, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
the
he's
analog
the one that
board,
made the
yeah.
whole series. Yep.
Again, we and him are going to start drama with each other and have the two series go at each other. There we go.
There you go. Think of all the views you're going to rake in doing that.
You know, I had a funny thought earlier in the week. I was like, okay, how funny would it be if I just got like every animator that we talk to? What if I just got them to like kill me in their series, like animate the dinosaurs eating me or like, killing me in some way? We got Primal World to do it.
Dude, what I'll get you to do is I'll get you to send like a little voice note. You could be one of the soldiers in the future episodes, and I'll just have like Sarah or a big one just stamp on you or something like.
I want to do that. I want to be killed. I'll send a voice note.
Nah, you're just jumping. You're just trying to steal my thunder.
Yeah, I am actually.
Do it again. Do it again, Primal. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Anyways.
We're gonna have a whole like fucking compilation of your deaths and other people's projects.
Dude, for real. I just think that would be funny. Then we can make a compilation. I could upload it to my channel, and boom, free content.
There you go.
I mean, I would do it. I could work it into the series somehow.
Hell yeah.
You said there. We'll have a point. I mean, like,
we'll be in the talks. Don't worry.
You're sitting there like,
the DMs.
my time that shines, as the Diego.
Nah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Speaking of the series, we should probably get back onto that.
What? Nah.
Are we talking? Are we going spoilers in this or no?
Oh, I mean, for
as
B-C-1?
long as it's something that's already happened in the show, I will be happy to spoil it. But it's just like, you know, when people start, like, I get comments as well, like people saying, "Oh, why is so and so like this, and why is that like that?" It's like I can't tell you, bro. Like I can't just spoil the series because there's no point watching it. Then is there?
Yeah.
I know. Did it
happen yet? Then why do you want to know right now?
Even in like your recent announcement post for this live stream, I saw a comment of somebody asking like, "Why are they trying to steal the T-Rex egg?" And I'm like, well. Clearly, they haven't revealed it yet for a reason. It's gonna show up later. Chill, dude. It's coming. This is how shows work.
To this interview so they can spoil the next 5 episodes, 5 or 7.
I admire the enthusiasm, but I'm like, sorry, dude. I can't reveal that just yet. You know. But yeah, spoilers is fine. I will talk about anything that's happened in episodes I've released. I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
You know.
Well, I'm curious as to what exactly gave you inspiration for the series. What made you want to go ahead and start doing it?
Right. So get ready for some waffle because this is quite long to explain. So basically,
I'm
in
ready.
2021, I basically one day decided, hey, I'm going to try and make a Half-Life 1 mod, right? Based on no experience whatsoever. I've got no coding experience, no game making experience, no nothing. But I've loved Half-Life since I was a kid. It was like the game I'd play like when I'm bored sort of thing, you know, like I've literally completed it that many times I could literally do it without even seeing anything. I know every map inside and out, and I thought, let's see what it is. So anyway, cut a long story short, you know, I got some help with some guys from the Half-Life Discord server, right? There's a whole community that obviously still keep this almost 30-year-old game alive. And I managed to get something together, and then 6 months in I thought, you know what? There's never been a Half-Life mod with dinosaurs before. So I thought it was my part of life, that it was my calling to try and do it myself, right? To be the guy that makes a dinosaur Half-Life mod. And I've managed to get a programmer on board. I managed to do all this and that, right? But the mod was way too ambitious for what I was doing, because then it turned into like different biomes, and then it's not just dinosaurs, but then there's an ice age, and then there's a future, blah, blah, blah. And it just became a bit too much. But when I was trying to make custom models for it, like I started learning Blender, and then I realized that in Blender, like you can actually make animations, like you can do a lot more than just modeling. So I thought, I'm going to make a trailer for my series, use it and make a little short animated film. And in Half-Life 1, in case you guys don't know, it's like there's these soldier characters called Heku, and which are basically the models I use for the crew of BC1, and in the in-game you can change their voices, like because all the files and stuff is just there for you to edit, like so I went ahead and revoiced all of the soldiers, I revoiced all the characters, I did all this stuff, right, and I made them into their own thing, which is actually where RAC, which is the organization that are running this whole thing in BC1's universe. So in the mod they were called RAC, right? And I thought I'll make a little like a little mini series based on what the soldiers are going through. And I did one episode of it, and it's still on YouTube now. It's terrible. It's the very first thing I ever did, and it's just absolutely awful. I had no idea what I was doing. And basically, it was like RAC episode 1. You know, I'll try and find it after the stream and link it or whatever. But like, it basically just started from there. And then I thought, I've actually like stumbled onto something here. Like, and then eventually the mod just became like a thought. Like a thought in the past. Like I eventually just stopped working on it, and right now it's a bloated mess. Like it's 8 hours long. I put so much effort into it for years, and it just didn't come out the way I hoped it did. And then to make matters worse, a few months ago, the hard drive of which the latest build of it was stored on decided to go kaput. So that's also fun.
Of course.
But I've still got like a little build of it from like 3 years ago. But I know I put more into it since then, and it brings back bad memories even talking about it, to be honest. But yeah, so that's where it originated, and because I made that mod, I thought, well, you know, like what else can I do really? Like, because I'd always wanted to make an animated series, because this is when analog horror was actually starting to take off a little bit, and I thought I could try and do something with this, like my own sort of interpretation of horror in general, because, you know, dinosaurs are cool. I decided to use that part of the game like as the basis, and yeah, and it all just started from there. There's a lot more to it, but that's basically how it started from a Half-Life mod, which is now dead in the water, by the way, if anyone's curious. I cannot finish it. It's just, it was way too ambitious, guys. Like, I'm talking, there was a whole money system, there was vehicles in it. I just went way too overboard for someone that can't even code. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
You know
yeah,
what?
so it all started from there.
Things are cooler with dinosaurs anyways. So I think you went in the
Exactly,
direction
that's what I'm
with it.
saying.
Yeah.
Greatness from adversity. I get it.
And you know, you mentioned analog horror. Are you familiar with like the some of the dinosaur analog horror or like dinosaur horror series out there?
Yeah.
One of the things I was going to ask you about, because you're somebody that makes a dinosaur horror series, so I'm curious to know like what your stance on like the current state, I guess, of like the dinosaur horror scene, like on platforms like YouTube, like indie content creation, like
well,
does it have like any influence on your series?
Well, to be honest, guys, it did, because oh god, I can't remember his name now, but the San Diego incident, who made that video? Do you know the video I'm on about? It's
yeah, the one that's like a VHS, yeah.
Yeah. So the T-Rex outside is brilliant, and the guy made it all on a PlayStation 4 in dreams, which is insane. But anyway,
Chronotica,
the point is,
I think is what his
that
name is. Yeah.
Chronotica, yeah. I'm sub to him. I really should have remembered that. Sorry if you're watching. But anyway, so I basically watched that video, and that is the reason why I started making BC1, because I thought, right, well, if this guy could do this on a PS4, I'm like, wow, I could do it. And that's and a few weeks later, I put the first episode of BC1 out. So it's had a big influence, and especially now that you've got things like Muldoon's Logs, that's a brilliant one, obviously. I mean, that's like the main. Would you say that's like the main sort of dinosaur horror series, because it's the most popular, isn't it? Yeah. So that's that. And I watched an interview actually with, I don't know. I don't know how to say his second name, but I'll say Ali. Right. I know.
Ali Awada.
I know.
I think.
Yeah. Ali Awada. Yeah, I thought that's how you say it. I watched an interview of him with a guy who's actually reacted to BC1 the other day. Swift Edge, his name is, and he did an interview with him, and I was watching it, and I love the fact that like that the passion that he obviously has for like making these series, you know, because obviously I think that this is the main way that creators should go if they're going to keep going forward with, you know, stuff like this, because, you know, movies are oversaturated, you know, there's no real entry into the industry. Like, this is the future for me. Like, there's another guy who makes a brilliant series, and it started out like just like images, and it's turned into him like actual found footage in the real world. And he hides his face. I can't remember his name now, but
Was it the Twitter one?
he actually has like, nah, it might have been, but it's like the guy goes out into the real world and he like actually has like animated dinosaurs in the real world. It's really well done. But yeah, overall, it definitely has an influence on me, because although what I will say is, because my series is like slightly different because of all the low poly stuff, you know, it's slightly different for me, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, it definitely stands out. No one else is doing like a Source Engine dinosaur analog.
It's not
Right.
Source Engine, my brother. It's Gold Source. There's a difference.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Gold Source.
Well, yours is
Gold
very
Source.
what is it? It's like a third person story based series. Like, everybody else is like from the, like, you know, the idea of like the analog horror is like it's from it's either like a first person kind of view, or it's like a
What?
or
It
it's like
started off as
document,
first person.
or like it's
The first-
documentary
it did.
style, right? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
the
first
true.
episode
Your
was
first
first person.
episode, that's true. Your
Yeah.
first episode was very much like that.
I will say, like, originally I was going to do the whole series that way, like from first person. But the thing is, guys, when you're working strictly from that first person view, it really limits like the scope of what I personally could actually do. Like, after I did the first episode, I made a different short called Snowblind, which takes place in essentially Carnival's Ice Age. It was that sort of thing, right? And it's basically like guys in trucks, like this big cruiser in a blizzard, and it's basically, you know, like Iron Lung. Instead of underwater, it's in the snow and in a blizzard, right? And a Yeti stalks them around, and at the time, I still really didn't know what I was doing. When I made that first episode of B-C-1, guys, I had no idea what I was doing. I was winging everything. Like, I just was doing what I figured would work. So when I did Snowblind, I made this decision to try and make like an atmospheric horror, like a proper atmospheric, like something you'd find in like an older film, let's say. So let's say, I didn't want to show the monster. You know, like older films where you only get like a little.
We didn't
flash
have
of
the budget to
monster.
show the monster, or the monster looks like a
exactly.
guy in a suit. So
Yeah,
we're going to show him
exactly.
That sort of
like
thing.
those old Yeti movies from the 70s and 80s they used to do.
That's the one, mate, like Carnosaur or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like close-up shots. So, like with Snowblind, that's what I ended up doing. Like, I just had like little shots of the Yeti, but I tried to like make as much out of the ambience, like in the sort of sound, to try and make up for the animation quality. And then when I got around to doing the second episode, I just thought to myself, you know what? Like, I just want to do it properly, like an actual show at this point, because I feel like I could do the scope so much larger.
Oh,
And
yeah.
despite
All the
how
set
limited
pieces are a lot easier to do that way.
I think
It is, yeah,
What is it?
definitely.
I'm actually kind of glad that you didn't stick with that first person view, like you're saying, because I think one of my personal favorite additions to your series is the fact that, and it's different because I feel like we don't see it that often. You have moments where you're actually focusing on the perspective of the dinosaurs themselves, which I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I like
Oh, yeah.
I like
thank
works that can do that take the time to look at it not just from, you know, like a person, like, you know, obviously the person that you can, like, the perspective of somebody that you can most identify with, but also from like the animal, you know, the animals themselves.
Yeah, it's cool
Yeah,
that
and-
Ceratosaurus
yeah.
became a main character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like
and that's
that
the thing,
subplot.
guys. That's another thing. That's another thing. Like, which will bring up. Surprised I got onto it this early, but that's the one thing I did want to also bring up about like the series, because obviously, like in the last few episodes I've done, so like the lake, the rapids, it's strayed a bit away from the horror into more of a fantasy element, and that comes with its criticism, which is completely fine. You know, like people are completely fine with their opinions, but like this is the thing. I noticed that we'd spent so much time with the Ceratosaurus and his subplot that I thought, you know what, let's just give him an arc as well. Like, and to be honest, it's probably especially with this one I'm doing now, the Cliff, the newest one that I'm working on. Like, I find they're the most fun to do, the most fun parts, like to animate, because you're dealing with like, because I can't have him talk, and I can't like just get away with anything through like just pointless voice lore dumps. Like it makes me having to focus more, like, and make sure that all the movements are more properly like put together, so you can actually feel what the dinosaurs are feeling at the time, which is very hard to do with very low poly models, as I'm sure you know. But yeah. I that's what I wanted to do with that, and like, I feel like some of the best parts of BC1 are the dinosaur subplots we get, because it's not just like the Ceratosaurus, you've also got the twins, the Gorgosauruses, and
Yeah, I was low key really sad when the one died, and then the other one was just like sad about it. I was like, damn, that just I wasn't expecting that. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like shit.
You got to show them grief, you know what I mean? Even dinosaurs can grieve,
I like
man.
that.
Hey, elephants
that's awesome.
can grieve.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. I like that. There's like there's actual like emotion there for the dinosaurs. Like
the dinosaurs have a sense of agency.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not just.
Yeah.
I guess
not
animal
dull monsters.
NPCs.
They're like actual things.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I was trying to do that because, like I say, when you're dealing with like really low poly models, the one thing I wanted to do was try and give them as much personality as possible, like given the model limitations, because like for instance the twins, like when they're together in the waterfall and like the gorge and the nest, well the one dies in, but you know what I mean, right? And it's like I wanted to like show them like sort of bickering with each other, and like they sort of work together to like kill prey and all these things, like just trying to bring like a real world animal element to them, but also like giving it a slightly cartoonish sort of like personality with the two of them, and that's continued with like the raptor pack and Cero and his.
What if the Land Before Time was really gory and had zombies?
Yeah. That's it, mate. That's it. Well, I mean, that first one is a bit mad, to be fair.
That's true. You're not wrong.
That one was like, definitely more intense than I remembered it.
I know it's. I'll tell you what though, like even now, like I rewatched that first Land Before Time a few years ago, and I came out thinking, God, that was actually really good. Like I'd seen it like 15 years, and it still holds up as a good film, to be fair.
Oh yeah, Then you watch Land Before Time 13, you're like, how the mighty have fallen.
No.
You don't even need to watch 13. By number 2, it's a little. It's pretty corny.
It just goes all the way down.
The Strythomimus singing about the eggs.
Exactly.
That's all I remember from the second one.
Hey, listen, that's like the only bop because it has like Rob Paulson and Maurice LaMarche like just fucking singing about eggs.
Boys. The villain song is always the best song. Let's be honest.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right.
I agree.
But Land Before Time with zombies. I like that. To be fair, like with that's the one thing about the series that is like, I think taking people by surprise in the last few episodes, because it's strayed away from the horror into the more fantasy elements, and it's like, and that was purposeful really, because when I did the episode The Nest at Christmas, it was like very evident that I felt like I'd peaked with the horror, and I didn't want it to become formulaic, so I wanted to try and add some things. And the next episode does lean more into the horror, but the one that I do after this one goes right back into it, and it becomes like cosmic level chaos, so that should be fun. But
I mean, that's good. I mean, like, it's good to include different genres into your stuff, just as you said, to keep it fresh, so it doesn't stay formulaic, so it doesn't run itself
stagnate.
Out.
Yeah, but I would still call it like a horror series overall, except it does have like slightly more action elements now.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's pretty much like a bunch of people go into like this prehistoric land that die, so I'd say it's pretty horrific.
Yeah. That's so.
I like it, and I like the inclusion of the aliens, because it really feels like a Sound of Thunder meets Predator. Like there's that.
Oh yeah,
it feels unreal. It feels awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, man. I do appreciate it. I mean,
so
those guys are really fun to animate as well. Like, because I made a choice whenever they're on screen, when they talk, that you can't understand what they're saying, because I just felt like if I start writing like English subtitles for
I saw your comment about that.
Stupid.
Yeah. You're no, I don't want to do that.
No, what I did was I put a poll out, because I was just, and to be honest with you guys, I was never going to give them subtitles. I just wanted to hear what the people had to say about it, and and you know, like it was very like 50-50 at first, but then it just became loads of people did not want them to have subtitles, and I'm glad, to be honest, because I just feel like there's more mystery if you don't know what they're saying.
Also,
Right.
their actions do enough to where you know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You do a really good
Exactly,
job
yeah.
at body movements and stuff. You're like, oh, I get what they're saying, or I get what they want to do. You don't need the subtitles
At the
to
end of the day, it
see
helps
what's going
you
on.
improve the show don't tell aspect of the
Oh, yeah.
story.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And you're really good with that. The dinosaurs too. The dinosaurs are really good at
Yeah.
just showing and
Yeah.
not telling.
Yeah, it was fun to actually give them actual expressions. I was on the fence about it at first because obviously like, but then I think back to a show like Primal, like which I'm sure
Right.
you know at some point we'll get onto Primal because
Love
that
Primal. Love
obviously
it.
had a very big influence on the direction of my series. But you know, like Fang, right? She never says anything, right? She never. You know, but you know what she's thinking for the majority of things because they still give her a slight expression in the animation. So I took that to sort of put into an influence with what I've done with, like, let's say Sarah and the Raptors and, you know, the big one, etc. Like, just give them enough expression so we know what they're thinking, but it doesn't turn into, you know, too cartoonish.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, that's like how it is really. I mean, there is going to be like a lot of weird things that happen with this series over the next few episodes. So like the one that I'm doing right now is over an hour long, which in hindsight probably a bit too long. I have this like it's like a bit of a common occurrence with me is that I write these scripts for the episodes and I don't realize quite how much I've written until it comes to actually animating them. So, for instance, like the Rapids, right? That was, which I personally believe is the weakest episode for this reason. That and the lake were meant to originally be one episode. I was meant to do it as like one, and I just didn't realise how much I'd actually done. So I'd made the decision to just make them two different episodes entirely. And what ended up happening after that is when it comes to writing the scripts for this one, I've ended up making it even longer and even more ambitious. And now we've got a whole hour of the next one. So it's going to be really
Reach for
interesting.
the sky, dude. Reach for the moon. Keep going.
Yeah.
Bigger and
What
better,
is it they
dude.
say? Reach for the stars, land on a cloud. That's how they say it, you know.
There you go.
But yeah, it's going really well, man. I've just finished I've pretty much finished all the animation for it now. It's taken like a grueling 4 weeks to do it, but I mean,
the fact that it's only been 4 weeks though is fucking crazy.
Dude, it takes me
Like,
4
these-
weeks just to get started on writing a script. Okay, like you're doing great. You are doing great.
I'm sitting there. The fact that you already have something. The last episode came out last month, and you already have almost ready to do another episode is fucking mind-boggling. Because usually videos like this, to your quality, take like half. You might get 2 a year or something like that. The fact we're getting another one just around the corner, I don't understand it.
I'm looking jealous of how fast
appreciate
these
it,
guys
guys.
can move.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you what it is, guys. I call it weaponized ADHD. That's what I call it. But I will say, like balancing work, right? Balancing an actual job, a band, a somewhat competent music career, and a whole animated show. It means that your social life takes a little bit of a back seat. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Just a bit. Listen,
That's
no
how
one
it
needs
goes.
sleep. No one needs friends. Just work.
If
Exactly,
I have
like-
ADHD, it's the opposite of like I can't weaponize it. It's the kind of ADHD where it's like you can't fucking concentrate on one single thing.
Yeah.
Like if I have it, I don't even fucking know if I have it, but
I
Procrastination.
need like 4
Yeah.
things going on at the same time just to
well,
focus
it's,
on one
I
thing.
wouldn't even say it's procrastination. For me, the thought process is like, okay, I have this and like 1,000 other things I have to get done. So in my head, I'm like, okay, if I get a little bit of each 1,000 thing done, I'm one step closer to getting those 1,000 things done instead of getting one thing done at a time, right? That's kind of my thought process about it. And it sucks. It fucking sucks.
I'm spreading my points across my
so-
entire skill tree instead of just
I
one
know
skill.
I'm the one who's meant to be like the interviewee, but I've got to ask you, Diego, how long did that Lost World video take to both script write, edit, and then look at it and think, right, that's crap, that's crap, that's crap, I need to change that, fix that, and when
Okay.
you're finally happy? How long did that process take?
Okay, so I'm really glad you're you're asking me this because like I've been wanting to talk about this for a little bit now. This is going to be a little bit of a long one, all right? So it's kind of hard to put an actual timeline to it because it was one of those video projects where I started, I'd work on it heavy, and then I would feel a little bit burnt out and not wanting to, not wanting to burn myself out of the project completely to the point where I'd start resenting it. I would take a break from it, work on other video projects, and then return to it at a later date, right? So I did that for about 2 years, I would say, in total, from starting the researching process to uploading the video. It was about a 2-year process. And in that time, I moved across 2 states, got a job, left that job, got a new job, and then had a kid. So obviously all of that, on top of all the other video projects that I have been doing, kind of pushed the Lost World video to the wayside a little bit. So I would keep coming back to it, work on it for like a month heavy, and then not work on it because I was distracted by other things I wanted to prioritize, right? Right. The longest part was undoubtedly the recording session. I suck at reading stuff out loud. It's probably my least favorite part to do. If I had to guess, let's see, the video was about 3 hours long. If I had to guess, I would guess the recording session was anywhere between 12 to 15 hours total, with only 3 hours of it being usable, because that's just how much I would mess up my lines, or I would read it out and not be satisfied with it, so I would rewrite the line, and that process took over and over again. And then I did everything completely out of order, because it's like what I was saying earlier. With that video, there were 1,000 things to do. I had to record lines. Once those lines were done being recorded, I got to the editing phase. I had to finish the editing stuff for that section, right? And then I started doing that before the script was even fully finished. There was stuff that I was still writing, so I would go back and write some more stuff. So you see what I'm getting at? Like I'm working on a little bit of something every time, and yet almost nothing is getting done because you're only going little by little. I'm not getting one thing done at a time. I'm getting a little bit of each thing done every time, and it's I think that just contributed to why it took so long as well, on top of everything that I just explained. So yeah, to answer your question, like a 2-year process going back and forth from it, up to like maybe 15-hour recording session, and then editing all of that was horrible. I was talking to Julian about it one day. I was like, dude, this is stressing me the fuck out. Like, I remember I was talking to Julian about it, and he was like, he was giving me pointers. Actually, I actually took one of your advice, Julian, and it worked. Like, it actually ended up working. Where you were like, like you suggested that while recording, if there was the one line that I was satisfied with, you make like a sound so that it shows up very distinctly in your recording. That way like that one, exactly, like that one is the one that you want. That way you could ignore everything else and just go straight to that one. I did that. It worked. It was beautiful. It worked.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. The creative process is very hard. Like I mean, obviously, like a 2-year period, I'm not quite like it's not quite been that, but I can relate on some level, because let me tell you guys, right, when it comes to like a full-on animated film, and like you sit there and I'm staring at the animation, like I've blocked out all the scene, let's say in this new one, right? I've blocked it all out. It's all there. I've got like like moving the models around like the action figures just to like understand how the scene's going to look. And just like understanding the lengths and all the things you have to do to get this to how you look. It's like sometimes you just don't know where to start, do you? Like, do I work on like the movements? Do I work on the environment? What do I work on like first? And luckily, I managed to do it out of sheer will, determination, persistence, and stubbornness. So
the combination, winning combo.
I don't know I don't know if we have
take no for an answer.
I don't know if you have like an equivalent to this for animating, but for me, one of the other struggles was, especially for something like The Lost World, as I was writing the script, I kept finding new information from new sources. And I was like, damn it, if I want to make this as comprehensive as possible, I have to obtain this source and add that information in. So there was that aspect of it too, where I would have to like, I kept buying like film books and I kept buying magazines that had all of this information that was just lost to time, and I wanted to include all of it. And I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know if there's like an equivalent to that for like animating, but that was another struggle that I remember going through.
No, I can relate on some level because I'm trying to think of specific examples, but like when I'd be writing, perfect one actually, plot holes and inconsistencies. Like what can happen sometimes is like there are moments in the series where like I'll be writing the script, and then I always like to like rewatch some of the episodes and make sure I'm not like saying one thing and then that's changed what's happened, what I've already said in one of the other shorts. Like, so I almost ran into it like in the last episode. I won't go into like what actually happened, but basically there was this line that was said that completely invalidates everything in the series so far. So I had to make sure I changed that at the very last minute. So I do understand what you're saying. Like, you got to be careful, like, you know, that you can get all the information out there without like leaving little holes.
Right.
In my case. Exactly. Yeah, because yeah, like balancing like all the different subplots and all the storylines that are going on in BC-1, it can be quite hard. But you know, so far I've not really struggled too much with it. But specifically when I was bringing the aliens into it, like for the first time, or the Scarge, that's how you say what they're called. I wanted to make sure that these guys, that they were actually, like, what's the word? Ominous, like actually foreboding, because when they appear at the end of the cave, like their entrance, like I wanted to make it like so. Oh, now there's an even worse threat that has appeared on the island. You know, like I wanted to make sure that those guys could actually. Like, and I show it like in the rapids where it just easily kills like an Allosaurus without any bother whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, and there is quite. I've got a few good scenes with them in the upcoming one, and I'm very excited to get them out there because I do want to actually get onto one thing, like with these images you're showing here. Like I'm introducing like quite a few new dinosaurs into this next episode. One of which is something I did want to bring up. So, guys, the Carnotaurus. Do you guys agree with me that out of all dinosaurs, of all the fossils we found, the Carnotaurus is one of the most demonic-looking things that you've ever seen, like from the real world?
Well, yeah, it has the horns and everything.
I like to think
vestigial limbs.
I like to think that was what like their dinosaur deity looked like. Or dinosaur Satan.
Yeah,
because they are.
It's like, back to when dinosaurs attacked.
Exactly.
Like even Disney's Dinosaur, like when you actually watch the film, and like I have a very vivid memory of those guys when I was like 4 years old. They scared the living hell out of me, right? Because they, you know, they gave them that red color and everything. Like it just looked horrible, dude. But yeah, so I'm introduced. I've made a little short. I don't know if you guys saw it. You don't see them, which is
I just watched it. I'll let you have a question about it.
I actually saw it like sometime before this stream, like a couple hours before the stream.
Yeah. What question did you have about it?
I'll say like, well, obviously it has a little bit of inspiration from The Lost World by Michael Crichton.
Absolutely.
With the evolution ability. I was also wondering if he took some inspiration from Phil Tippett's Prehistoric Beast, because it felt kind of like a spiritual successor.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, realistically, like I'll say, like the majority of the inspiration came from The Lost World, the novel, because, I mean, it's never really been. It's just like such an alien concept to actually like have them disappear. And I remember reading that book when I was like 10 years old and just thinking, God, that's so cool. Like the fact that they can actually disappear. And it's just, and I remember what Ali Awada made like this video about it where he recreated the scene where they appear, and it's like I thought, right, okay, I have to put these guys into my show, and what I'm trying to do is sort of give them a supernatural sort of feeling to them, because like I was talking about earlier about the expressions that I give to the dinosaurs or whatever, I'm not giving these guys expressions. I'm making them motionless. That's why their eyes are completely red. Like I wanted to make them like
Demons almost.
you never understand. Yeah, well, you said it, mate. You know, give them a sort of because I mean, one thing I will say is when I was making that short is I'm thinking, am I going too far here? Because like, when I wrote the script and I animated it and I watched it back, I just thought like this is actually like quite dark, isn't it? Like this is actually quite heavy because of what they end up doing to that poor iguanodon. Like, you know.
I mean, I don't think it's any darker than anything else happening in the series. This whole series
That's
is pretty
true.
fucking dark.
Right, yeah.
Like as soon as the parasite zombie infection comes into play, I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting really crazy with this shit.
Yeah, but you know, I wanted to add them in because, look, Carnotaurus. I mean, it's just I've always liked that dinosaur. I've always found them so cool.
Right.
You know, especially, and I did want to give them a little ode to the Disney's dinosaur by giving them the red sort of hue, like the red color scheme to them, and I think it's worked out really well for them because. But they do appear in the cliff, and there's like quite an arc with them as well. And I've based them off magpies of all things. I don't know if you guys have that bird over there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but it's like all it is like it's a bit of a. I know it's a bit of a like a diversion here, but I do actually just want to bring this up right because like modern birds are such bastards, man. Like honestly, look what they can do. It's like I'll give you this excerpt right. So I've got a cat right, and he's in the back garden right, and there's like a little robin, like this little bird on the ground or whatever, right, and he's stalking it right. He's there. He's ready to pounce. All of a sudden, the robin's family, because it was only a baby, come flying down, and they're like staring at my cat, like trying to distract him. All of a sudden, two crows come from behind. They land. They grab the little baby, and they fly off with it. And I'm like, you bastards! But then, out of nowhere, two magpies come down, and then they just start fighting the robins and everybody. And I'm just like, what? Why did you get involved? Like, what purpose do you have to be involved in this altercation? You know, and boredom, exactly, and
Pride.
you could chalk it up to that. But let's just say that's where the sort of storyline of the Carnotaurs are going to come into it because
Gotcha.
they're going to get involved in a very strange way, and
We're going to get involved in something they have no reason to get involved with.
That's exactly how I would describe them. But I've also including baryonyx as well because I got a comment about it a few months ago. Somebody wanted me to like, and I do get comments from time to time of dinosaurs to implement. But when I thought to myself, oh, baryonyx. Well, it's British, isn't it? Let's give it a go. Let's see what I can do with it.
You get some of that little bit like that national pride in there. I gotta do baryonyx.
National pride in there, yeah.
Actually, this is a perfect segue to a conversation we're having before the stream. So you're talking about the dinosaurs that you're gonna include. Well, you were talking about how you were getting comments for a while. People wanted you to include a certain dinosaur that decided not to include. So I'm very curious. Do you want to talk about it? Like, do you want to?
Yeah. Of course, we could talk about it. Yeah.
So the dinosaur that you don't want to, I don't know if you don't want to, but the one that you haven't included is the carnivore's T-Rex.
Yes.
So why?
And it's the bane of my life.
Well, like what beef do you have with the carnivore's T-Rex? I mean, what the fuck?
What beef do you have with Pixels, dude?
Why do you hate it?
It comes down to this, right? The Rex model in B-C-1 is the one I used for my Half-Life mod. And it's special to me. And that's the answer. That's why I use that model.
I mean,
right, and
good enough reason as any.
I know, but the problem was before in the jungle, like the really early episode, is that it was way too high poly. Like it did not fit at all. So I had to actually cut it down and shape it a little bit to make it look a bit less, really pristine in this world of low poly models. But
that's not a bad idea to do some sort of
I've got no
monster.
beef. I've got no beef with the carnivore's T-Rex. A perfectly good Rex, I'm sure it's it'd be great to animate, but and I do actually intend on including it at some point, but I'm not going to explain how I'm going to do it. But I've got a way of making everybody happy. Let's put it that way.
Well, there you go. Good deal. Glad to hear it. But I mean,
It
the
is,
model
but,
you used for B-C-1 looks great too. I mean, like the T-Rex model, I think looks awesome.
Yeah,
I like
I
the colors on
recognize
it.
that one because it showed up. It's one that's shown up in other stuff too. I've seen it in a lot of mobile games. So like,
oh yeah, true.
but
Asset
like they're
flips
very,
and all that.
they're like cheap. They're like really cheaply made free mobile like dinosaur simulator games. So like it's just one of those models that I think is just kind of like that a bunch of people just kind of take because it's there and it's easy to take.
Yeah.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Because originally, my programmer for my Half-Life mod actually sent me that model. Because I said to him, I said, right, find me a T-Rex model. Find me. I don't care what it is. Let's just see what we could get out of it. And then he sent me a video of it in game, and I'm like, my God, this looks great. So I just wanted to use it, like because it sort of harps back to like all of the, oh God, it harps back to all of the sort of sorry guys, my brother is calling me for some reason.
No, you're good.
How dare you get a phone call during this interview?
Oh my God!
Why don't you have a
rubbing
little
off
bit
on
more
Diego.
respect for this interview, dude? Come on.
I know, especially
Go easy
since
on
it's half
Diego.
3
He
in the
didn't
morning.
know.
Go easy on him, dude. You want to start drama with these guys earlier in
Hey, I
this
want to start
stream.
drama with my brother now as well. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so the T-Rex model, yeah, because of what it was used for. Sorry guys, I've got to take this one.
No, of course.
no problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man.
So what do you? I don't know. I don't think this guy's really panning out, Julian.
Well,
I'm
the
gonna be
show's shit
honest.
now because there's no carnivore's T-Rex model. Obviously,
I think we should just.
so.
I think we should just kick him off the stream and just
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had beef with me.
I-
Oh, don't you start all that. Don't start all that. Right. It's the most spotlight my series has ever had, my mate. Anyway,
Yeah,
What I
we're
was saying,
fucking
so-
making you, dude.
Yeah,
totally.
I'm gonna make you a star.
Yeah, everyone's gonna know. Like all 11 people watching now.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. But those 11 people, thank you for watching. But yeah, so
13.
the Carnival's T-Rex. I love the Carnival's T-Rex. He's awesome. He's sound, but he's not my T-Rex. You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go. He's not your
Right.
baby, so that way, therefore,
Exactly.
he's not.
And that's the
he's
thing.
not the spotlight right now.
That's right. Sometimes I forget that I didn't actually make these models because, like, with Sarah in particular, I've like worked with that model so much now in all these episodes that I just forget. Oh yeah, I didn't actually make this, did I? Because like, I gave him eyes and I changed his color scheme a bit, So it's like
Yeah, but you gave him personality. That's you.
I did
That's
give him
all
personality.
You know what? Someone
did,
else might
yes.
have made it, but you raised it.
I mean, do you guys? I did want to ask you guys, but like, so do you guys have like a favorite moments in the series so far?
Ooh, let me think on that one. I really like when they go into the temple and they find
I
like,
was
the
gonna
lab
say,
with all the parasite eggs.
I
That
think
was really
yeah,
cool. Like all
I
the
think
zombie dinosaurs.
that entire episode was my favorite because there was so much happening in that episode. It was fucking crazy, and I loved it.
And it was also the little bit of foreshadowing to it. So when I came into the series at first and I was watching it, I was like, oh, he's just using assets from Half-Life and Carnivore. That's pretty cool. I like that for their own original thing. And then you start adding some story elements to make me go, oh, wait a minute. This might be more than just flipped assets.
Yeah. And I will say on that actually, the Nest is definitely my favorite episode. Definitely my favorite one to have both made and also like in practice. Like the thing is, I've given like the characters like actual like movable hands, like proper hands now, and like I've updated the models somewhat and the weapon models to do all this stuff with them. And but still, even when I look back on the Nest, that was my favorite because it was like an event. Because like I don't show these films to anybody, right? It's like sort of my own thing. But like I remember at Christmas, right? I was like, I tell my family or whatever, yeah, I'm just making this thing. It's like, well, you've got to show us on Christmas Day. And then before I know it, my whole family's packed into the living room and they're watching this episode. Like they just watched the whole thing, And no, it gets
That's
even
awesome.
weirder, right? The girl I was dating at the time, right? I'm working on it. I'm on the phone to her or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, what you doing?" And I'm like, "Right, well, I'm not gonna like lie and say I'm not working on this film." And then before you know it, she's with me and she's fucking helping me design the temple.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
I know, I
genuinely
don't know,
awesome.
Executive date.
No, it's a shame it didn't work out really, but there you go.
Hey, still a nice moment.
It was a very nice moment, yeah. So in terms of like, it was just fun, like really fun around the Christmas time and all that. I had a really good time like making the nest, and I'd say that's probably my favorite episode. I say this with like most of the episodes though, that after I make them, I think right, the next one's going to be even better. But so far, nothing's topped that one because you got everything. You got like the beef between Sarah and the Gorgosaurus for one, like the fight, like that was the first proper fight scene because I wanted to do a fight scene, but like. There's like a brief one where Sarah fights like a triceratops in the jungle, but it only lasts for like 20 seconds because I didn't want to do something that looked objectively bad, you know what I mean? So I just had to work within my means. So when it came to scripting that, I literally must have animated it like over 10 different times, different ways, like different camera angles, different everything, like the movements in it. And it was like, that was the hardest part to do. And so you got that. Then you had like the temple scene, but personally, the best part of it is when the zombie like appears from the bottom of the hall, zombie Parker.
Yep.
And he walks, and his hand comes around, and he sort of reveals himself. It's like that doesn't sound like a dinosaur, you know the scene I'm on about, and it just like that for me is the best scene of the series so far because it was something other than dinosaurs. Then, like it's just now there's a different threat. And I think it just spiced things up a little bit. But yeah, the nest is my favourite as well, man. I'm hoping the next one, the cliff's going to be my all-time favourite because there's just so much content in it, guys. Like honestly, I've got like several fight scenes. I've got like lore here. There's like I've made the environments look as nice as possible. Like there's just loads of different locations. Like I really have gone to town with this, and yeah, hopefully it all comes out as well as it can.
Is it hard for you to come up with set piece after set piece? Because I mean, like every episode is like a big event. Like a big event happens. Like, is it hard for you to be like, okay, now how do I one up that, or what should I do in this one? Like they're in a lake. How do I have the lake be a threat?
Yes and no. It's like because I'm fortunate enough, right, where I've got everything in the back of my head. Like I know exactly how this series goes from here, and like. Till the very end, I've got everything planned out already. But I'd say like when it comes to in practice, some of it can be hard. Like obviously animating water is very difficult, and particularly like that plesiosaur chase was a nightmare at first because like I wanted it to feel as real and imposing as possible based on the model that it had, you know.
Yeah.
And that for me was probably like the hardest thing to recreate with what I had in my head, the plesiosaur chase, and I think that's again one of the best scenes I've done. So I'm still very, very proud of that.
Oh yeah, no, it was really exciting. I loved it. I love the model for the plesiosaur used too. It reminded me of that old movie Loch Ness Horror almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and particularly the scene of the face of the plesiosaur as well. That's also the fun part where it meets the real queen of the jungle. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it immediately gets
that was cool.
Correct.
I actually thought that was cool because you don't really see a confrontation like that too much in paleo media. So I thought that was really a neat little touch right there.
Yeah, keep the budget usually. When you do it all in gold swords, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Blender, technically.
Blender. Gotcha.
What I will say about it though is that like in that context, like let's be fair, like a plesiosaur is never going to run into a T-Rex, so it had no concept that oh, this thing is much stronger than me. I better not mess with it. It's like, who are you? Like, what are you doing in my realm? You know. And then it quickly found out the reality of the situation.
That's
turns out I was
a weird. That's a weirdly realistic way of putting it. I kind of like that. That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because believe it or not, guys, despite the low poly, I do care a bit about realism every now and then.
Really?
All the aliens
and the parasites, and the zombies, and the zombie dinosaurs.
Soldiers fighting dinosaurs. Realism is actually a big part of my story.
Yeah. That's it, mate. That's it.
I'm actually curious about something, and it's something that you're probably going to bring up later, so feel free not to answer at all or be cheeky with it. But is this going to end up taking place within the Half-Life Unreal Carnivore extended universe, or is that just a lot of Easter eggs?
Well, Chekhov's gun. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
I don't.
You don't.
But that's mainly because, okay, here's the thing, right? I have never played anything
Unreal.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're too young. You're too young to have played Unreal.
Well, not just that.
Half-Life.
Like, more specifically, I never...
Excuse me, Unreal was released before I was born. Don't start that.
Yeah, Julian, you old-ass motherfucker.
I remember when it first came out. I remember when Quake was new.
Oh, Julian is basically... Julian might as well have been there when the fucking Lost World book from 1912 came out.
I know, right? I don't remember when Sir Arthur Conan Doyle came up. And that hack, Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What is it? Fucking.
So I've never played Half-Life.
I've never played Half-Life. I have seen the mods. So I play plenty of Gmod, and I've seen the Half-Life models.
Oh, of course.
All over Gmod. I grew up on YouTube, watching YouTube. Like, I've watched Vanoz Gaming and all those guys playing Gmod with all the Half-Life models and shit. Like, I've seen it. I've heard of it. I've never played it. I don't know anything about the story. So you saying that reference, I only know that you're making a reference just with context clues. But, like, aside from that, have no idea what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah. Well, let's just say that there's a lot of little story elements within BC1 that match up with some things from both series.
Oh, thanks, Julian. That helps very little because I still don't know anything about it.
Still hasn't got a clue.
I'm just letting you know what the references are about. I'm not telling you what the references are.
That's fine.
I can't say either.
But honestly, I think
it will spoil the series.
I think that's the beauty of your series is that I don't need to know that to still enjoy it. Like, there's still so much there that I can enjoy without knowing anything about Half-Life or even like Carnivores. You know, like I don't need to have played the game to see, you know, to enjoy this series or to know anything about it. Like, you've created like your own kind of realm, your own lore about it. I think enough to be its own thing.
Last episode. Watch by the last episode. It's like, if you don't
the
have
last episode, there's gonna be this big ass twist, and I'm not gonna get it, and it's gonna be so funny.
If you don't have a thorough understanding of the complexities of Half-Life Blue Shift, you're not gonna understand this last episode.
No, Diego, you won't get that, but I know why you say that.
I'm laughing out of obligation.
It's like the worst one.
No, I'm also like laughing because one guy is like saying play Half-Life, you're missing out. I'm laughing because like I don't have time to play any fucking video games right now. I have
someone in the comments said, just quick, sorry mate, I just wanted to say that the person said that he got Unreal on Steam before they took it down. Well done to you, dude. I wasn't so lucky. I had to obtain it through other means, and I'm not going to say how. But let's just say it's a very good game and you should definitely check it out. In fact, the only reason I know about Unreal in the first place is because someone on my mod DB page from a Half-Life mod recommended it to me to try and use it to take the environmental. And that was like 3 years ago. And I've played it about 5 times since then. It's absolutely brilliant. The problem that it had when it was released is that it was released a few months before Half-Life 1, which changed the game. So it's a bit of a shame, really, because it's fantastic, like for what it is, like a pre-Half-Life game. Like the environments are massive, like for the time. It still looks good now if you take into account what it is. You know, appreciate it. You know,
unfortunately, a lot of games fell into the Half-Life problem, where it's like, oh, our new game's coming out. What do you mean, Valve made a new game? Fuck.
Listen,
if
there's one thing that I've learned out of this conversation,
rest in peace, Vampire the Masquerade.
If there's one thing I've learned out of this conversation, it's that you guys are fucking old.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
But
no, I know.
Are you allowed to say how old you are? Because I've got a feeling I'm not too far off you, Diego.
Yeah, you're probably not. But I'm not afraid to say my age. I'm 25.
I'm 52.
I'm 26, dude. I've only been 26 for a month. So what are you gonna say now, dude?
I'm 33.
See, this is my argument against like the argument of like what is it, of people who are like, oh, you like, you know how the people who are like, oh, you just had to be there kind of deal, or like you grew up, or like how do you not know this, like, you know, you grew up with it. And it's like it's not so much that, you know, that I wasn't there, or, you know, it's nothing that has to do with that. I just didn't give a fuck. I don't care.
Well, there you go. See,
like, I like what I like. I like what I like. And this stuff,
Dude.
Yeah, I don't. This stuff just never piqued my interest. It still really doesn't. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't really care that much about Half-Life, but I like your series, and that's the extent. That's all I need.
It's because he added dinosaurs to it, so all of a sudden Half-Life's
exactly.
cool.
There you go. All you got to do is add dinosaurs, and suddenly I'm sold.
The most Half-Life stuff about my series is the fact that the soldiers are assets from the games, and there's a certain mysterious man with a briefcase that we will not mention who's also in there. But that's as far as it goes. You don't need to have played the games. You don't need to have been really involved with the series to understand mine. Like I will say that like in general the series is its own thing. Like overall, like if I was to, I have a other than the assets, like because it's a nice callback, you know, like for me personally. Other than that, like it is its own thing, and I know you were saying earlier about in Primitive War when he would like the writer would write in like the Call of Duty characters. I mean, it's kind of what I'm doing with all the assets, but like it's different.
Hey, obviously it works. No matter what I think. Yeah, like
mine's more interesting
over here. That's all I'm saying.
Like Primitive, despite all of my gripes, Primitive War sold like a record-breaking number of copies. So obviously, I'm the one in the wrong.
Yeah, Julian, top that, man.
Yeah, I can't. No, I'm like, well,
where are your numbers, huh?
I'm right in my own mind, which is all I care about. You guys could be wrong in the real world all you want.
You're piggybacking off of my success. So I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah. I keep telling you to make a channel because that would be cool. You making content would actually be really cool, but you don't do it, so.
Yeah. I just start posting videos to your channel and be like, it's me, Down Diego.
You just
have a cold.
You just take my videos and you start re-uploading them to a new channel.
Yeah, I'm just going to take your videos and just re-record the voice, like every line with my own voice and post it on my own channel.
Honestly, you would probably get it done so much faster than me making the damn video. So like,
yeah, I would because I wouldn't have to write a script. All I got to do is say what you say.
No, it's not even that. Just because I can't fucking read for shit. It takes me forever.
Yeah.
You are probably a better reader than I am.
I would try to do the exact same cadence you do and everything. I'll try to make it like as one-to-one as possible, but a different voice.
I don't think you want to do that. A lot of my early videos
make it like very uncanny valley.
Shitty. Really shitty cadence.
I don't know about you say that, but you have like how many views?
Dude, I get despite it's a blessing and a curse. It's cool to see that many views, but with a lot of views, you get a lot of criticism with how you speak, with how your
as I've found.
Have you tried sending your fans at them? Have you tried sending your fan base at them and doxing them and stuff?
I think that might result in cancellation, maybe potentially. So I haven't done that.
I mean,
just
you don't know
how far you go with it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
As long as you don't condone it, you're like, I really don't condone going after this person, and you say like their full name and username and stuff. I don't condone anyone going after them.
Who lives at XYZ?
Exactly. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't condone arson at Julian's house.
Yeah, I know. God, I couldn't imagine. I can imagine that one day someone's just going to have a really, really visceral fucking reaction to my takes on dinosaur media, and they're going to be like, I hate this fucker. I'm going to go after him.
Oh, dude, why am I being called
It's just going to be me.
Guys,
it's me.
Guys, that's you.
I will be back in like 2-3 minutes. I've just realised that my cat is still out the front and I have to go get him in.
No, totally fine, man.
Give us like...
No, you're good. Go for it.
Right.
Julian and I will
let
hold
the
down
shit
the
talk
fort.
commence.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Now what are we going to talk about?
I hate this guy 100%. No, I'm just kidding. He's very chill. I like him.
No, this guy's cool as hell. Yeah, no. I really like the series a lot, and I'm glad I was able to introduce it to you because I think it's something that is truly special. It's like a hidden gem on YouTube. Because, I felt so bad. Stumbled into it.
I felt so bad because I was emailing him, but we were emailing back and forth just a brief bit before we started talking on Discord, and I was telling him about how we would do it. Like, oh yeah, we'll do it on Discord, and he's like, oh, I'm already on your Discord server. And I'm like, oh shit, he is. And then I looked, he's been on my Discord server for like 3 years. And I'm just like, fuck. I felt so bad.
Too much of an insect for a mighty Diego.
I know. I felt like, fuck, I didn't notice the Diego. And I have, now then, as I was emailing him, I was like, shit. I have seen his stuff being promoted on my channel, and I did say at one point that I was going to try to look at it, and I was just, dude, it all came back, and I felt so bad because I was like, damn it, like I never noticed him.
Getting it to me.
Yeah.
The creator himself sent me his shit, and it took a fucking third party for me to watch it.
Also, Pigpen, no, there's no dinosaurs in it. Like, who cares? Like, dinosaurs suck anyway.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Dinosaurs? What? Yeah. Shit.
He's a British inmate, aka an Australian. Absolutely. I'm convinced. I'm convinced that this dude has committed arson at one point or another. Paleo World said, I just finished listening to an audiobook of The Lost World, like the one my film is going to be based on. Nice. That's epic, dude. I'm glad you're able to finish that. When does the T-Rex invade San Diego? I'm kidding. It was such a shitty joke.
I'm actually watching. I mean, got a laugh out of me. Funnily enough, about Lost World, I'm actually watching this guy. What's his name? I'm too lazy to go look for it. I'm watching like a 6-hour retrospective of Trespasser, Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
We can lead on to that then. Trespasser. It's actually not that bad of a game. Yeah, I'll tell you this, though. I'll tell you this, right? It's broken, right? It is very buggy. It is obviously a mess.
You can barely play it, but it looks neat sometimes.
It looks neat, and also the sound effects and the ambience is really good as well.
Also, Dino World, I am so sorry that I called you Paleo World.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Primitive World. No, Primitive World. Sorry.
Primitive World. God damn it.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Jurassic World. I won't make any more mistakes. I promise. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yes, I got back. Just got back at the perfect time, didn't I, really? Just had to coax my cat out from under my car. I swear to God, why do they have to do this at the worst possible times?
See,
I don't know, but yeah.
Person.
Fair enough, mate. I don't blame you. But yeah, be good to have one, to be fair. There's that video in there, like somebody animated, like what a velociraptor would be like to have a pet. It was quite entertaining. But anyway, Trespasser. I played it for the first time last year. I finally got it running on my PC, and it was a pain, honestly. Like, it's one of them old games that are just so broken that, like, you need a million fan patches just to get the bloody thing running. But when I finally got into it, when it came out,
I remember when it was new. I remember buying it from the store.
Here we go.
I remember running it on a fucking window.
Grandpa's gonna sit in his armchair, open up a fucking book, and be like, I remember the day when that was released.
Yeah,
we had
how's them joints feeling these days, Granddad?
Thanks, Grandpa. Take your meds. Go back to sleep, okay?
It's constant pain.
What's your knees like? Hey?
Yeah, non-existent.
No, mine are pretty bad too, bro, and I'm only 26.
I feel that.
But you're absolutely right.
When it came out, did you actually have a problem getting it to start? Because I heard that trying to get it to launch when they first came out, that it was a nightmare. Like, was that the experience you had?
No, not at all. I was actually able to play it just fine. Like, I heard a lot of people had problems with it. I don't know if my PC was... I was one of the lucky ones, but it actually worked just fine. The problem I had with it was the controls. I was like, fucking... God...
The problem he had with it was just that the game was crap.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the game was shit. But like, it was still. I managed to put fucking code commands in there though. I think, and just play it like that.
The only time
I had like a level skip and stuff.
I think I played it via emulator, and I played like maybe 5 minutes of it, and within those 5 minutes, I died twice. I was like, okay, this game's lit. I'm gonna not play it anymore.
Died by those weird moving raptors that kind of
not even. I think it was fall damage.
So weird.
I think it was fall damage.
Fall damage.
So
I'll tell you what, though,
it fell off a platform.
It was too ambitious. It was too ambitious for the time.
Oh yeah,
wasn't it? Like, they
it was
obviously
all
it was
around
crunch
the physics
time.
engine. Like, it was all built
and
all
then
around
Valve,
their physics engine. Yep.
Get this, Valve actually took a lot of inspiration for Half-Life 2's physics from Trespasser. You can look that up. That's actually true.
I fully believe that.
Because,
I mean,
the ideas were so good, it just didn't work out very well. Like,
and Valve's like, we could do it better.
You see the T-Rex and it comes towards you and you think, oh my God, there's a T-Rex. And then it just starts bouncing and all the aura just dissipates straight away.
Like, oh, this fucking giant chicken's coming after me.
I will be right back. I'm going to step out. You guys just take over the stream for just a minute. I'll be right back.
It is.
Okay. We're gonna kick him out,
All right.
actually.
Well,
Yeah, man. Thank God he's gone.
this is the first time I've been in charge of 100,000 subscribers. Hello, guys. How you
There you
doing?
go.
I'm Mate B-C-1. Thanks for that email, by the way, mate. I'm enjoying this so far.
Oh yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, as soon as I started watching it, I was like, we gotta talk to this guy. So I was like, I think I'll watch the first episode, and I immediately like emailed you, and I was like, hey, I know Diego. We should go on the live stream.
Yeah, and it just so happens. Oh shit, I haven't even gone on about the anecdote because when I was making my Half-Life mod, I literally had Diego's video on, and I kept on like focusing on that when I was trying to make the level.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But no, I did want to say about Trespasser, right? Because I do use quite a few of the ambience from Trespasser in the series because it's one of them in it. Because this is the thing that weirds me out about it. Like I actually felt really immersed in it when I was playing. Apart from when you look down and you see hands like
how else are you going?
Think,
how else are you going to check your health if you don't look at your tits? I mean, come on.
I know, bruv. Like that was such a weird design. But like even then, like
they were really horny when making this game. Like one developer there just really wanted to put that mechanic in there.
All right, you geezers, I'm back.
Could have been a tattoo in your arm
how you doing?
thing. They could have put the tattoo in your hand where you lift up to see where it was at. Nope, had to be right on your left.
Apparently, the only reason that they had it on her chest was because they didn't want to show that she didn't have any legs, which is just hilarious. I love that.
So they just gave her a rack.
Yeah, I weirdly know exactly what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
I'm
like, what the fuck?
The thing is, though, it's a really fascinating game. Like, even though it's terrible, it is really fascinating. Like, I remember.
Did you ever read the manual? Go ahead.
Read the what?
I said, you read the manual about why you can't use your left arm?
Yeah, because he's broken or whatever.
Yeah, like, actually broke it. But they just don't want to animate it.
Yeah.
I too just
sometimes you got to do.
When I break my arm, I just make it cease to exist as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind, you know what I mean, Diego?
Exactly, yeah. When you're in pain as a man, you're supposed to just fucking ignore it.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, that was the inspiration for Captain Hagen in B-C-1.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I just made him
there you go.
like a caricature, a caricature of like the most overly masculine man I could think of. And I'll tell you what, like, when it comes to voice acting, right, he is so... I corpse so much when I'm trying to do the lines for him because the voice is just so ridiculous. I love it. I love doing it. Like, it's just the most fun I ever have at voice acting. But it wrecks my voice. Like, I can't like, it proper like gets me like when I'm trying to do it. Like for this episode, because I did all the recording of the lines in like one go. Like I just spent like an afternoon recording all the lines. And I tell you what, like I had to like go back and just like do Hagen's voice lines last because it just wrecked my voice.
I'm sure.
You guys know what I mean because it's like proper gruff or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted.
Like he smoked a fucking pack of cigarettes a day for the past 30 years.
That was the vibe for him because it's like when you got somebody who's. And that's the thing, right? Because I just found the idea of having this over-the-top masculine, like hyper British guy. He's meant to be Irish, like Irish ancestry, but I can't do an Irish accent, so I just scrapped that entirely.
That's what we just call background. That's just lore.
Yeah, that's just the law, yeah. So I just thought, right, well, I just want to put someone like that in this situation because it's just so funny. Like, it's just so funny to have a character like this. Like, you know, when like one of the soldiers is attacked by the zombies, he shoots him and he just says, "Oh, shut up, you big girl." You know what I mean? Like,
I like how he shows up with like this big team and then immediately, like almost like within 15 minutes, all of them are gone except him.
Yeah, man.
I know. I was like, what the? I was like, what the fuck? I thought we were gonna have like
it's very much an alien situation.
I thought
like
it was
aliens were like, oh.
I thought it was gonna be like the B-C-1 team where we were gonna have like a few episodes to spend with them, and they just died within like 15 minutes. And I thought
that was a reason for it.
With. Okay. Yeah. We gotta have more zombies.
In the next episode, Hagen explains why they were so useless.
Okay.
I've actually had like a few critiques about that exact thing. Like everyone was annoyed that we didn't get to spend more time with them. That they died so quickly.
I think it's because a lot of people...
I wasn't expecting that.
If I'm gonna just theorize it, I think a lot of people enjoyed those few episodes that were away from Alex and Caleb and focused on like an actual bigger team of other people. and I think they thought they were going to get that again with this other crew, and when they died real quickly and they saw that they weren't going to get that, I think that just disappointed people, because that's just kind of based off of my own personal like feeling towards it, because that's exactly what I thought was going to happen, right? Like, I was a little disappointed.
I get it. I get it. Problem.
Right? Yeah. I mean, this basically it's the viewer's fault. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's their fault, not your fault. All their fault. How dare they?
It's our fault. Yeah, exactly.
This is the thing, guys. It's like, and I do appreciate that, like, because like I've gotten like quite good feedback on those prequel episodes, and they were really fun to do. But like all of last year was spent with them. You know what I mean? Like Alex and Caleb weren't even a factor last year.
Which is funny because Alex and Caleb are the main characters.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I just wanted to like do as much as I can, because obviously like I'm the sole creator of this series. Like I do everything, like including the voice acting. And there's only so many voices that I can do, without getting into discriminatory territory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, like, before I start getting cancelled.
Exactly. Like there's certain accents I'm not going to attempt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'll do them for you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We're not getting the Jamaican guy anytime soon.
Oh God, no! Imagine, Jesus. But like, yeah. So I'm quite glad, because I've had like feedback on like those episodes that I tried to make the personalities of all the soldiers on the B-C-1 crew like as different as possible. And the one guy that I always get like a lot of love with is the medic, because I just made him like a bit over the top, because like,
he's like the nerd, right?
Reminded me of
Yeah.
Julian.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, but this is the thing, like with because I like to have fun with the show. It's like, obviously, like, it's primarily horror, but I also like to implement like some self-aware humor in there every now and then, because I obviously like I want to take it seriously because there is a story I really want to tell. But every now and then I just like to put in a little bit of like, a little bit of fourth wall sort of like, look, I know what I'm doing here. It's like a bit of fun at the end of the day.
A little levity to it, to accentuate the actual horror that comes later.
Yeah, exactly. So it sort of offsets it a bit, you're getting to put into a false sense of security, like particularly, so to bring up the nest again, like one of the main points of the nest that I think makes it so good is the statues, like, because they're completely custom. They're not from anything. I made those guys myself, right?
Hell yeah.
And now listen,
creepy.
wow. Do you guys have an idea of what they were actually based on?
That one mannequin, fucking, I know what you're talking about.
SCP-173?
Weeping Angel or whatever the fuck.
Weeping Angels, yeah,
there you go.
Angels,
Not the
SCP,
mannequin.
yeah.
I think I'm thinking of a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, it
where
was
they-
a Doctor
Weeping Angels were
episode
from
of Weeping
Doctor
Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah. SCP-173 came
73,
later.
yep, the
Yeah.
peanut.
Same sort of thing though.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And it's like I fight. Doing the scenes with those guys was really fun, because you get like, again, like the sort of supernatural, otherworldly, like horror side of things, and it's like when you get to doing stuff like that, for me, I like to sort of play on like childhood sort of like, let's not say trauma for the sake. Let's just say like, do you guys have like a piece of media like you watched when you were a kid that traumatized you? Like in terms of like something that really like got to you. Like, for instance, that episode of Doctor Who with the Weeping Angels, I was about 7 years old when it was released, yeah? And I watched it opening night. I never usually watch Doctor Who, right? It was like just a thing that my mum taped for me or whatever when I got home from school, and I'm watching it. And she genuinely thought like I'd caught myself on fire or something, like when these things first reveal themselves, because it literally scared me so badly that I couldn't sleep for weeks, bro. Like, honestly, like, so I just thought I've got to put this into the series in some form.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean, it's like a scary thing, like it's popular for a reason, because it's fucking terrifying.
Exactly.
Something that shouldn't moving whenever you're not looking at it.
Exactly. It's one of them things. Like, I mean, what's some of like, Diego, I can't remember if you made a video about this a few years ago, but it's like something that really scared you as a kid. Like, do you guys have like a specific example that you can think of?
Silver Bullet.
Oh, okay.
The movie Silver Bullet scared the shit out of me as a kid. It still does because of that trauma.
Oh yeah.
I had a huge fear of like dolls, puppets. I could not watch Sesame Street or the Muppets. I hated the Chucky movies. Those I never watched them, but if we ever went to the movie rental store, I had to like run past the aisle that had the Chucky movies in them because I would be so terrified to run into them. There's one, I'm sure that you guys remember it. There's one Nickelodeon show that used to scare the fuck out of me. I would run out of the room screaming whenever.
Was it Mr. and Meaty?
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Meaty. I was going to say.
Yeah,
Mr.
Meaty.
That show.
Yeah.
That show scared
It's ugly as well.
It's
Oh,
it
God, this
is
is creepy, dude.
Oh my god! I remember one time I was playing in my room and I just had the TV on for white noise and it was on Nickelodeon, and Mr. Meaty, the theme song just started playing, and it was, looking back on it, it's so corny. I thought to myself, I don't have time to run out. I just gotta hide under the blanket and just not listen and just hide under here for the whole episode. And I did. I could not even. I didn't even want to peek outside to risk glimpsing at the episode on the TV. Like, I was that fucking terrified of it. It was.
No, I could see why.
And I was
very,
like,
very...
I don't know when it aired, but I want to say I was like maybe in preschool. Like, I was very young.
Yeah. No, I got a similar thing. It's not quite dolls, but like I went to London with like my grandparents when I was like 5 years old, and we went to see this ship called the HMS Belfast, right? Mm-hmm. And inside there were a bunch of mannequins like in every room, and it just sent me like west, man. Like I couldn't deal with it, like, because obviously it's Uncanny Valley in it, like,
right.
And I'm walking around this place and I literally just ran out screaming, like, because it was just too much. Like all these weird these weird creepy statues just there, then they look like kind of weird because they were all like waxwork as well, so it didn't make it any better,
Right.
So yeah, no, it's like all those things, but that's the thing. That's why I did those statues in the nest, because I'm trying to like play on all these things. Like I like to reference like movies and media with this show, but I also like to like play on like sort of like my own personal like fears and stuff like that. And there's more of that to come. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like the statues are like one of the standouts for me. So like I say, the nest is probably my best work out of all these episodes I've made.
Right.
And we are going to go back into that temple, but I'm not going to say when.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be another episode dedicated to that. Because I feel like, because all the episodes are mostly... One thing I wanted to do when I set out making the show, guys, is this, right? I wanted to, like, sort of play on the isolation factor. Like the sort of loneliness of, like, being in this, like, prehistoric hellscape. Right. Because it... unlike a lot of media with like dinosaurs or whatever, like I didn't want there to be like a base on the island. I didn't want there to be like other forces or whatever. I just wanted it to be like centered in the jungle for the first few episodes, and we just see like these two soldiers who are literally just fighting for their life because of everything there wants to kill them. Right?
Actually, I didn't actually notice that. Was that there's no bases or anything. It literally is just the trucks that are in there. That's like their only safety, and even then, they're not guaranteed safety.
Right.
No, they're not. I mean, Alex and Caleb lose their bloody truck in the third episode.
Yeah.
It seems like these trucks, as tanky as they are also very unreliable depending on the situation.
No, they are. Yes. Well, this is how nerdy it gets with me and the lore of it. But like, essentially, the organisation rat put all the money into B-C-1, and they just sort of thought with the rest, that'll do,
They're like, good enough. We spent how much of our budget? Ooh, that's okay. Use the third party parts.
But I mean, if you look at what BC-1's capable of in these episodes, like it's amphibious, it's got six wheels on it, it goes through most things. It's tough. Whereas the other ones just didn't really work, did they?
Yeah, no, it didn't go too far. It didn't make it too much. There, I was like, yeah, they care more about BC-1 than anybody inside of it. Like, we need our investment back.
Exactly. Well, you got to remember that the BC-1's one that's obviously got the main mission of the soldiers, so they put the most money into that truck for the
everything else is just fucking bait for the dinosaurs to keep away from BC-1.
Yeah, and I'll tell you guys, like, it took me about a week to design those trucks because I wanted to put as much detail into them as possible because the majority of the series takes place in them, you know. So I wanted to like put as much effort into it as I could.
They remind me of the APC from Aliens, but also all the trucks from the Lost World Jurassic Park, like all the stuff they sell toys for, like the Humvees and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I was designing them, like, I wanted to make sure that I could get that sort of vibe from them, but like, you know, because when it comes to like the vehicles of Jurassic Park, like they're really iconic, even though they're not really on screen for that long. You know?
Right.
Apart from
they're selling toys. They're sitting there like, get this one. Look at this one. Isn't this cool? There's a toy of it.
I mean, the thing is, right, because I'm like kind of a car guy anyway, it always annoyed me that Nedry didn't just put the Jeep in 4-wheel drive. Like, bruv, there's a button there that can solve this problem, and you're too stupid to realise it. You know what I mean?
Clearly, he wasn't a car guy.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. No.
He was a computer guy to the point of detriment.
Points of detriment, yeah. And but you know, like, I mean, it's one of the best scenes in the film. Even though
right,
the
like I think that's the reason why the
vehicles
vehicles are so popular is because part of the reason is they're involved in very like iconic sequences, very action-packed, fun, exciting sequences.
Yeah,
you know, like that
when
RV
you think
scene
of the
in the Lost World. That was for the
you think
longest
of the game
time.
trail, you think of San Diego.
The RV one that's hanging over the cliff. That was my favorite sequence for the longest time. I thought that was so cool.
When I was a kid, I used to think, why didn't they just drive the RV back up? Like, and then there's a video that came out a few years ago, right, of somebody had actually got the real RV, like the actual model, and they couldn't get it up a slight incline on a city street.
So basically,
that's why
they would.
Well, Hammond spares no expense. So
yeah, that's the one, mate. And I always wondered though, like in that sequence, why did the Rexes come back? Like they've got the baby, they've left, they've clearly like put them in a situation, but they decide to come back, and I've always thought
they're
why.
petty.
Yeah, true.
They're extremely
just
petty.
Like Spiny, just like Spiny was petty.
Yep.
No,
Spiny was just going crazy because the phone kept ringing in his fucking stomach.
I always thought it was because of like maybe territorial reasons. I thought maybe like we have.
I'm sure that's the actual reason.
Because like they didn't attack at first because the baby was in the RV, so they waited to have their baby, got the baby to safety, came back, and then fucked the RV. Fucked the RV.
They fucked the RV and then they destroyed it.
The RV.
They fucked up the RV.
They fucked it up off the cliff.
Oh, damn.
But they still decide, hang on a minute, I'm not having this. And they come back and they just decide to kill
Eddie.
Poor Eddie, bro.
Eddie didn't deserve that. Eddie was like he spent his last moments trying to help them, despite the fact there are two T-Rexes about to chomp his ass. He was still pushing that pedal down in reverse the entire time.
And even though he was helping them and they were in certain deaths, Jeff Goldblum still had to give him a snarky line, didn't he? Yeah, 3 double cheeseburgers.
I was like, God damn it.
Sorry, I'm still on the.
I'm like, Eddie didn't deserve that.
I'm still on the T-Rex's tag team in the fucking RV.
Yeah,
No, they certainly did do a number. The thing is, though, like I know, like the Lost World gets a lot of hate, right? But compared to some of the slop that's been churned out the last 10 years, it stands up in comparison, in my opinion. Like, it is a bit more like what's the word? Like, it does get a bit boring until like all the stuff on the island happens. But to be honest, I rewatched it like last year, and I thought it was all right. To be fair, it was better than I remember. Like, there's a lot of good sequences in it.
Yeah,
you know?
we have a lot shittier Jurassic Park movies now. So
I don't want to
get into that if you like.
No, yeah, actually, that is something I do want to talk to you about. I've been kind of waiting for it, but I do want to interrupt.
Good night, Primal World.
Yeah, because Primal World donated another $5. Thank you so much, Primal World. Sorry for getting your name wrong earlier. The first one was an accident. Everything else was on purpose. Not sure if you could tell, but all right, it's past my bedtime. I will finish this stream tomorrow. Vertex, if Diego makes fun of me, animate him getting ripped to pieces by a Ceratosaurus. Which, honestly,
I will do just that, my brother.
I second that. I would love if you did that to me.
Mate, honestly, right, when I get round to making this episode, if you want, right, you could literally send me like a line of dialogue. It doesn't matter what it is. and because there is an episode later on in the series where there will be more soldiers, and I could literally just do that. I could easily do it, work it in.
I'm gonna send
too,
you
Julian,
a very...
if you want it.
I don't know. I don't know what I'd send.
Julian, I'm just making you famous, man. I don't know why. Like,
I know, right? I am up on your shoulders right now, and I'm trying to push you back down so I can take the spotlight.
Somehow you're gonna gain ownership of my channel. You're gonna push me out, and then it's gonna be Dino Julian.
Yeah, it's gonna be Gilo Dino Julian.
Actually, it'd make more sense if you're just Jurassic Julian or some shit.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Giving
That's gonna be my little rip-off channel. Yeah.
Jurassic Julian Vertex.
Yep, there you go. Perfect. It's all coming together. My master plan.
Yeah, just try it.
I'll get all
Julian
my Vertex world.
5 lawyers involved.
I know, right?
Yeah. I got them off.
Do we have money for lawyers anymore? Yeah, I'm about to say.
I got them off of what's left of Craigslist.
Yeah. They were in the furniture section. I was like, "Can you also be my lawyer?"
Pretty much.
Well, yeah.
Diego has his head smooshed in like a Goomba by Julian standing on it. I mean,
I'm gonna jump like Mario. Boop.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's gonna be like Yoshi. I gotta push him off the cliff like when Mario does to Yoshi.
Juliassic Park. I like that one.
Perfect. Juliassic Park.
That's a good one right there.
That's a good one.
Oh shit. But
Vertex,
yeah, no.
why do you hate Jurassic Park?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what your grief? What's your grief with Jurassic Park?
What's your reservation?
Right.
With it?
So, boys, listen. Right, let's get the ball rolling with this one. I feel very passionate about this subject.
Dude, yeah.
Right, you ready
Be
for
passionate,
this? Yeah?
dude.
Yep.
So,
lay it all
the
out.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? It gets its arse handed to it by every single large carnivore in the whole franchise, in every single piece of media or whatever. And if it had an MMA record, right, it would literally be 2 wins and 4 losses, 5 if you include the raft from Rebirth, right? And I literally remember watching Dominion, where it basically just sits down and falls over to the Jokersaurus. And I just thought, I'm sick of this. I've had enough now. Like, this is just getting out of hand.
It's like the T-Rex slander. All it is T-Rex anti-propaganda.
This is the thing, mate. I thought this needs to stop now. I've had enough. This is just ruining my feelings towards the series, because it's like with the Spinosaurus, I get what they were trying to do. It's like a new thing, isn't it? Like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying anything new, but I feel passionate about it, so you got to let me continue, right? And then that abomination in Jurassic World, you know, that was a pretty good fight scene, you know. Like, I remember when I was watching it with my friends in the cinema, like, everyone was cheering when the Rex gets back up or whatever. But when you get to Dominion, you just think, you're not even trying anymore, girl. You know what I mean? You're not even trying anymore, Rex. So you're just letting this thing do what it wants with you, and it's just unfair. But,
to be fair, she is old as shit by that point.
that does factor in, but still.
I mean, I think
who are you? You know what I mean?
It's more like they're marvelizing the dinosaurs. You know what I mean? Like, the underdog. You know, he's got to go down before he gets back up and keeps fighting. You know, or I guess she.
Well,
but you
I
know
just think it's them. You know, doing like the fucking morphing the T-Rex. Be like, oh yeah, we have the T-Rex here, and then gets his ass beat to show how big and bad the new big bad is.
That's true.
Yes,
because there used to be a punching bag.
The problem with that, though, is that the Giganotosaurus doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't. It literally doesn't do anything.
That was literally my argument.
It's literally the most animalistic. Like, it's just an animal. It walks in like, hey, food. Ow, fire. I'm leaving now.
Yeah, like you know, the way that what's his name was talking about it, like it was going to be this big bad dinosaur. It's like, bro, you didn't do anything. But what I will say is the Joker, Jokersaurus. But I will say this, the design of it, I know it's very unrealistic and it's not actually how it looked at all, but it is cool. It's a really good design, and the sounds they used for it, fantastic. Like, I mean, I literally used Cero's roar is literally the Giganotosaurus from Dominion. But the thing is, this is the thing. The reason why I feel so passionate about it is because that's why in my series I made sure that the T-Rex actually has some fear factor behind it. Right, and it's actually like the apex predator, and there's no like being bitched out by some small little useless, you know, abomination.
You're sitting there.
So
it's wearing the title proud. It's the Tyrant King. God damn it.
That puts a lot into perspective, because like, what is it with all the other dinosaurs? You're giving them some level of personality. You're giving them more than just like animal instincts, right? Where the T-Rex, it's fully animal. It's almost like Sharptooth, where it's like all the other dinosaurs. They can talk. They have all these emotions and personalities, and then you just have like the antagonistic carnivorous dinosaur archetype. That's kind of what your T-Rex feels like. You're like going back to basics with it almost.
Well, it's almost like deified too. It's like the god among the dinosaurs in that series. So
anyway, like listen, I am hamming it up a bit for the stream just for the entertainment value. But what I will say is this, right? Like, let's say we've got a film, right, and there is a villain in it, but like there's a natural disaster event that happens like the third act, so like a tornado or a flood or something. That's how I wanted the T-Rex to feel in my show. I wanted it to feel like an unstoppable force of nature, right? So for instance, when it appears in the show, everything's afraid of it. Everything's absolutely terrified of what it's going to do. So, and also, to make a point here, everything that comes into contact with it is very quickly reminded why you shouldn't do that. And that's why... And this is the thing, I've been so passionate about it because, like, I've always wanted to, like, just bring back a bit of fear factor to this dinosaur that just gets... it just gets dog walked by everything, and it's just, it always annoys me, man. Like, I'm literally a grown man, yeah, and it still annoys me now. So that's why I made a conceited effort to do that for my show. But yeah, no, it's, the thing is, you know what it is about the Jurassic Park, like where we are with it now, like Rebirth. Like, I did see a video on it, Diego, but what I'll say this, right? The Rancor was very well designed. I'll say this, right?
Right.
But the problem is, it appears for 5 minutes at the beginning, and then it appears very briefly at the end, and then that's it. Like, I'm not saying we do another final fight because it's happened loads of times, but I just feel like we could have had so much more with that thing instead of what they called the flying raptors. I can't remember what they're called.
Mutodons.
Yeah.
Mutodons. That's it. Yeah, like those guys were cool. It did upset me a bit when they killed the Velociraptor, but that's just nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, this is the thing with Rebirth. Like, I went into it thinking, right, this has got to be better now. Because after Dominion, I thought anything's got to be better than that, right? And we've gone into it. And for the first, not 50 minutes, but, like, let's say, like, we get into, like, when they get to the island and we've had the Spinosaur section, I'm thinking, right, I'm excited for where this is going here. This feels like we're going to get something good out of this. And again, it just felt like it lost its way halfway through. Like, the Quetzalcoatl scene was really well done. I did enjoy that, but I just found like the ending really weak. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? Like, where do you feel on this?
I think that's because we were spoiled by Jurassic World, because they always went with, like, the big and bombastic endings, and Rebirth went for a very subdued, like, anticlimactic ending even.
Yeah,
like, because that's part of the course of Gareth Edwards. Gareth Edwards always does shit like that.
And I was talking.
This is the thing, right?
Sorry, go ahead.
Why make? Sorry, mate. I just want to get this out there. But then this is the thing. Why did they make the D-Rex in the first place if he was going for that ending? That's what I want to know, because you make this ridiculous abomination, which I think looks great, by the way. It looks like a Rancor from Star Wars. I think it's great, but I just think so much more could have been done with it, right? So what I'd say is, for me, like, Rebirth is better than Dominion and Fallen. It's definitely better than Fallen Kingdom, because in Fallen Kingdom, literally nothing happens. Like, that's how I feel about that film. It's like nothing of substance happens at all. Like, I don't feel like I care about anything that's happening here.
I don't care about the dinosaurs.
No, I know what you're getting at. That scene was quite sad. With the, you see the Brachiosaurus in the background as it's like crying out as it engulfed in flames. That was cool.
And I'm like, why do we need that? Why did you have to kill that off?
No, like, but why did you have to show it like in pain? Like, why did you have to show that bit where it's in pain and it's screaming? Like, why did you have to show me that bit?
Yeah.
Like, that's,
well, but fuck you guys too.
I'd be curious to hear how you guys feel about it. Like, where do you guys feel the series? Because for me, right, I just long for a proper horror film, like something, like, it could be anything, like, just for something to come along where we're actually, like, getting the fear factor back, and not, like one of you guys said earlier, marvelizing the dinosaurs, which is how I feel about it as well. And do you see what I mean about the whole D-Rex being underutilized?
Yeah. Well,
there's a lot of stuff underutilized about it.
Oh yeah, I agree. my opinions on it, I think, has shifted a little bit because the more I think about it, the more there's the aspect that annoys me most about Rebirth is that while it is a step in the right direction, I still think they were too they were being cowards about it. Like they wanted to have this island where there's these dinosaurs that didn't work out for the main island, right? Well, cool. Make them failed experiments. Like actually, like give me two-headed raptors. Give me multi-limbed tyrannosaurs. Like, you know, like I do like the Distortus Rex. I do think the design is cool, but I think I would have liked it even more if it looked like a T-Rex that was actually. And I was talking to Julian about this last stream. I think I wanted it to look more like an actual decrepit T-Rex. To me, the Distortus Rex and the Mutodons, they look too curated. Like they look too like they were meant to be made that way. You know what I mean? Like I want I want them to actually have the balls to include actual mutated failed experiment dinosaurs. Like everything that they showed, everything that they showed in the beginning, like you remember the lab scene where they showed all of like the two-headed Triceratops inside the incubator. Yeah, all of those dinosaurs should have been what the film was about, in my opinion. I would have liked that so much better. I know that a lot of people might disagree. That's probably a hot take because it might stray too far away from like what they feel Jurassic Park and Jurassic World is about. Like maybe it's not as grounded or, you know, and yeah, admittedly it's definitely more of a pulp idea, but I still like it. I still think they should do it because it does fall in line with that failed experiment tone that they were going for, I think. And well, I mean, I don't know if they were really going for it, but I feel like in some of the in the first trilogy they were maybe trying to do it with like the Spinosaurus in Site B, you know, but still I want more decrepit, failed experiment dinosaurs.
Yeah, they should have done.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always under the impression that the Spinosaurus was a hybrid. Like, when I first watched Jurassic Park 3, I always had, like, even in the family, like, we used to have debates about it, like, whether it was a hybrid or not. But I personally, and I do agree with you, but I think the reason that they had to do it as curated as they did is because, obviously, it's still got to appeal to kids. And if you've got, like, this mutated like disgusting tyrannosaur abomination walking around, like it might put a few parents off taking their kids to see it, you know. But I do agree because it would have been good to see. I mean, it strays more into Carnosaur territory, doesn't it?
Yeah, like almost
like
like
being
kind of plot. Yeah.
They weren't
imagine
cowards.
being a kid
They would
in
have
the
brought
90s.
the Chaos Effect people back. They would have brought the line of Chaos Effect back in the day. Those toys were just like combo dinosaurs, like the Triceratops to Velociraptor and the Parasaurolophus T-Rex and shit.
Just shapeshifters, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine being a kid
back
in the 90s, right? You've gone to the video store, right? And all the copies of Jurassic Park are like not there because it's just come out. And your mum looks at Carnosaur and says, "Oh, this has got dinosaurs in it, little Billy. Shall we take this home?" And then she'll quickly regret that decision, won't she?
Yeah, exactly.
My grandparents didn't. They're like, it shuts them up.
I feel like I've heard that story a lot. People have told, like, in the comments of my retrospective, people were telling me, like, hey, like, I remember when, you know, when this was a thing back in the 90s and we rented it because, hey, it's dinosaurs. You wouldn't think, like, it would be all that bad. And then we saw how gruesome it was and we were scarred by it. And I always thought, obviously, there's, like, a recency bias because by the time I watched the film, I thought it was tame compared to some of the other things that I've seen, but you know, putting myself in that mindset in the 90s when it was first released, it was definitely probably like,
oh yeah, there wasn't any dinosaur movies like it at the time.
Exactly,
like there was that's like the first of its kind. There were no gory creature feature dinosaur flicks.
Right,
that
not,
was
not in filming.
B-1.
Yeah.
I definitely liked Carnosaur. I saw the first one a few years ago, and I enjoyed it. I especially liked because obviously it was done on such a budget that it was one of those where like you only see like the dinosaurs like sporadically like through the film. I like that because I'm like a bit of a movie nerd in the way like they obviously had to sort of be experimental to try and get the feeling. Like one of my favourite scenes of it, like of this on display, is where the guy goes into the T-Rex's like pen and there's all those lasers.
Oh yeah.
And he gets eaten by it. Like,
So,
I just love that. I love that
Carnosaur is
scene.
actually my favorite film ever, and I actually have a 3-hour interview of Adam Simon on my website, and we actually talk about that scene.
Basically,
think
there's this thing
I
that
saw
happens
that,
where there's this thing that happens where Julian can't go a fucking stream without talking about Carnosaur. So we end up
I didn't bring it up this time. I didn't bring it
I
up.
know,
You guys
I
brought
know,
it up.
but what I'm saying is it's gonna happen. You're gonna derail everything. We're gonna talk about Carnosaur for the next 45 minutes.
God damn it.
No, it's a solid film for what it is, in my opinion. I mean, the best part for it, with me, is that I just love how, like, despite how low budget it is, like, oh man, like the ending scene with, like, what is it, the excavator or like the bulldozer or whatever, like, it's just, I love it, man. And I especially like the sounds they gave the T-Rex, because it's like this bizarre, otherworldly shriek, and I just,
Oh yeah, they were going
You know-
more birdish. Like we were talking about that in the interview, where he's like he purposely went for a more avian style roar for the dinosaurs, and he was very disappointed to learn that they went back to traditional stock dinosaur noises for the sequels.
oh yeah. Wow, I didn't actually see the sequels.
Yeah,
Watch part 2. I think
they-
you'll like part 2. You can skip over part 3 though. Part 3 sucked dick. Anyways.
yeah. Primal World's not here to fucking defend it, so we
Yeah,
can talk shit all we
exactly.
want.
Don't they just like use stock footage from the first one anyway?
Actually,
They
kind of
do-
sometimes.
In part
But
two,
they actually-
part 2, they're very sparse with it. There's maybe like one or two
Yep.
like blink and you'll moment clips. Part 3, I think, uses a little bit more, but I think it's still like pretty brief.
It's mostly
at least,
new footage.
At least in comparison to something like Dinosaur Island, and of course, Raptors and the Eden formula.
Oh, Raptor.
Yeah.
Oh, Raptor.
Yeah. But the thing is, guys, like, I mean, when I was making BC1, like, I went back and watched so many like old B films with dinosaurs in them. I even put on Beast of 20,000 Fathoms, even though
I
it's not
fucking
a
love that
dinosaur,
movie.
Love it.
just to enjoy.
Yeah.
Just to enjoy, like, I mean, the Harryhausen effects for one, like, you know.
Oh,
you gotta
yeah.
do it, haven't you? But like, I remember like the one film that actually, this is some of the anecdotes I was telling you about, Diego, like a few days ago.
Oh yeah.
You got me into watching Valley of Gwanji.
Yeah.
And,
I love that
great
one.
movie.
I remember-
Love it.
Glad I did.
and the one thing that really stood out to me about that is when they actually get to the part where the dinosaurs are, and it's the world, how like the atmosphere changes and like the ambience of it all. Like they even for such like an old film, it's so well done, and like the creature effects as well, they still look good. You know, I think that it's a solid film, and I actually do rewatch it once a year now. I can't remember when you made the video. It was definitely a few years ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah, I made a couple of different. I made like one initial video, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, that I was kind of sloppy because I didn't have any like physical sources. I didn't have nearly the collection of film books and records that I have now. So I think like a year or so later, I ended up revising that video and made a very, in my opinion, so much better one. Like it's there was the overview of dinosaur westerns, and then there was the many attempts at a dinosaur western film.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. So that one was the
but
one I was
Valley
really
of
proud
Gwanji.
of. Yeah.
It's a solid film. Like, in fact, when I was preparing to make the Carnotaurus video, you don't see them, I actually went back and I rewatched, of all things, I went back for the first time in like 15, 16 years, probably longer. I went back and watched Disney's Dinosaur.
Hell yeah.
I actually sat there and watched it, man. And I'll tell you what, like the effects, like at the start, like the film starts off so promising. And then, unfortunately, it just sort of loses its way a bit halfway through. But there is one thing I did want to bring up to you guys, like, and there's a certain shot in it that stuck with me when I was a kid, and it's I mean, it's at the end, near the end of the film, where like Crone, you know, the main guy of the herd or whatever, he wants everyone to climb over this big cavern or whatever to reach this film's variant of the Great Valley, basically.
Right.
And what. Obviously, like, you know, him and Aladar, they have their little scuffle or whatever, and then Aladar's about to lead him off, and you hear the roar of the Carnotaur. And there's this one shot where it's like a really far away shot, and you just see it walk around the corner, and that just stuck with me. And I'm not sure why it did, but I just always found that really foreboding. And the thing is with that film, it is so strange because it literally does run off Land Before Time rules, where the carnivores don't have voices, but everything else does, you know. And I always found the Carnotaurs, even though they're only on screen for about 5 minutes, like in total, that every time they're on screen, it's like, wow, like a proper threat. Because originally it was meant to be a T-Rex in that film, wasn't it? And they just changed it last minute to a Carnotaur.
Right, like they didn't.
I think they worked really well.
They were. I think the idea was like they didn't want to. They were trying to differentiate themselves from Jurassic Park, so they wanted to like because it was kind of like the history of Disney's dinosaur goes back even before Jurassic Park, so it's kind of a
Yeah, because it was originally a 2D film, right? It was supposed to be a 2D film.
No, it was meant to be a 3D film technically, because it was first the idea of like a xenofiction dinosaur film was first conceptualized by Phil Tippett. It was
right.
Actually,
it was supposed to be stop motion, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be stop motion. He was inspired by his short film Prehistoric Beast from '85, and he wanted to make a full length film. And he had this idea, and he and a couple of colleagues actually managed to pitch it to a few places, but nobody wanted to take it. Disney was interested for a while, but they kept trying to Disneyfy the dinosaurs. And of course, Phil Tippett didn't want that. He wanted the dinosaurs to be realistic. He wanted them to be in stop motion. And then by that point, Jurassic Park was being made, and they approached Phil Tippett saying, hey, we would like you, because it was around the time they were going to maybe do stop motion for their dinosaurs. So they invited Phil Tippett on their production. So Phil Tippett ended up bailing ship from Disney and joined Universal. And Disney took the idea of the xenofiction dinosaur film and just kind of did what they wanted with it. But of course it was shelved for a long time because Jurassic Park was the dinosaur movie. Nobody could top it, so they didn't want to be in competition with them. So they shelved it for a long time until they did their own thing with it. And I mean, there's so much more to the history. What I'm explaining right now is very much a summarized version.
Yeah, Jurassic Park killed so many dinosaur projects because everyone got scared.
It really did.
It did, and the fun moments from the developments was that I think it was Phil Tippett who took it to a film convention thing or whatever, and he got everyone into like a theater to watch like 2 scenes from the film, and the first scene was the opening of the film. And everyone was like cheering. They're like, "This looks great." And then he showed the second scene, which had them talking,
and everybody was
just like, "Oh no,
yeah."
And someone came up to him and said, "They're not gonna talk, are they?" Like, imagine that.
He did not know what to say. He's like,
I'd tell you though, this is the thing, right? Because I got a comment on like the latest episode of B-C-1, like, "Oh, what is?" Because Sarah is obviously like, over the course of the series, he's been drinking this healing pool.
I know exactly the comment you're talking about because I was going to ask you about it too.
Go ahead, and I can safely say, basically, someone said, "Oh, is Sarah going to get to a point where he can speak because he's getting so intelligent?" And I can categorically say, absolutely not, because that would just be like, are you guys familiar with the term "jumping the shark"?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it would just. Like, already, like, I'm walking on a tightrope with the way that I've now got the dinosaurs like expression, having expressions. But if Sarah just starts talking, like if he suddenly starts talking perfect English, like, what am I even doing here? Like, it's not
with an accent.
Oh god, yeah. And the thing is, right, it wouldn't even make sense. Like, even if like in some world he could utter a word, how's he gonna know English? Like, it doesn't make sense, does it? Like, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I mean, I am curious to hear what you guys have to say about the fact that like I've gone to more of a fantasy element because, hey, this is the first time like I've ever been able to like speak with people on the series, and I am just genuinely curious on what you think of the whole Sarah teams up with the Raptors, like, because the idea behind it is because the healing pool, and also I will say like there's only so many times I can say, oh, the healing pool made him do it before it just becomes tired. And silly. But the theory behind it is that the raptors in this universe are still as intelligent as the Jurassic Park variants are. And I don't want to reveal too much about why that is, but yeah, the idea behind it is that there's a sort of common enemy, because these expeditions in the show have been going on for a very long time, and there's a lot of like problems that have come from it. So it's sort of like a mutual understanding that we have a common enemy, see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it makes sense. I think it's just fine because I do think again the healing pools kind of or like the cement that holds that together a bit because when you introduce those, it kind of opens up some possibilities because we know what effects they have on humans. We're learning what effects they have on dinosaurs and extended use with them. And I can't help but notice that this Ceratosaurus is looking a little bit more and more like the Gojirosaurus from the Triassic mod.
I knew it. I was coming. I knew it
Yeah.
was coming. I knew that one was
Yep.
coming. Yeah, yeah,
So I was
yeah,
sitting there, I'm like, that looks a little familiar, but I don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're going, which way you're going with it. So
Yes, and I won't say anymore, but inspiration comes from many places, mate. But
yeah,
it was also based on the design from Dominion of the Giganotosaurus because
that makes sense.
I really like that design as well. So I did
I don't
want.
know if you watched any of Lost Utopia's Godzilla films, like fan films,
Ooh,
but
they're
in
pretty
their
good.
yeah, in their Sub-Zero Terror video, they actually use the Giganotosaurus model for Gorosaurus in that one, which I think makes
Right.
sense.
Right, it's interesting. I mean, it is a really fun design. I like that they brought the puppetry, well, not puppetry, but the animatronic back as well. Like
Mhm.
even though it's barely in the film, it's still
Mhm.
nice to see practical effects being used for the film. But yeah,
Yeah, with some
no,
money.
yeah, well, there you go. But like, yeah, no, like I said near the beginning of this stream, the sort of direction of the series that I'm going is that I've gone for the fantasy elements a bit more because I wanted to make it more interesting for the viewers.
Mhm.
But what I will be doing is going right back into the, let's just say, cosmic horror level chaos of like the earlier episodes, like in this next one and the ones I do in the future. I've got it all mapped out. Like I've literally, after this next episode, I've got 5 more to do. They will take a very long time because they all have like their own twists and turns and whatnot.
Oh
But
no, they're going to take 5 weeks.
no, I genuinely though it will take another month to do this. Like it will take. I'm looking at August 29th is when I'm probably going to release it if I could get it done in time. So yeah.
Samson's asked a question. Since Zero is involved so much thanks for the healing pool, is he in any way immune to the virus? Or parasites, rather?
There are things I
There you
can't
go.
disclose
See,
certain
Samson,
things.
you're
You
asking
see, I
questions that'll
can't
be answered in the
disclose.
future.
It sounds like you're asking the right questions, though.
No, yeah. Asking the right
It's all
questions. There are
conjecture
things
at
I
this
cannot-
point.
At some point,
like I say, I
Samson
can't-
did ask, "When will you guys answer my questions?" Because he's asked a lot so far. Sorry, we've completely ignored
mate,
chat.
I'm so sorry.
What is it? Let's see. Another
I
one.
do want to ask. I want to
Sorry, go
answer
for it.
this one question first. I heard a rumor that the Carnotaurus was meant to talk, but they chose roaring instead, and that the voices were apparently too disturbing. I can see that. I heard somewhere that they were originally going to talk. The main one was originally going to talk in the very last scene, as well, which would have been very strange.
It would have been very,
insane.
honestly, kind of terrifying if the dinosaurs turned around and talked to me after being such a vicious monster the entire movie. Like, what? You could talk? You're You're completely sentient. But
Yeah. But what's one of these questions anyway? Because I don't want to feel like we're ignoring the viewers here.
Yeah,
no,
no.
I mean, gotta go
I
back
do
up
it all
and
the
see.
time. They can fucking deal with it. I'm
Let's
just
see.
kidding.
Yeah, you appreciate your audience, Diego.
Absolutely, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. This is
Let's
my
see.
fucking stream. I'll do whatever the fuck I want with it. All right. My
Question: why is Sero so evil?
Yeah, Julian's just doing my job for me.
Yep.
This is why I have him here. He's basically my butler.
Oh, great.
Julian,
As
find
you
the
wish,
questions,
Master Diego,
please.
Master Dido.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit back and just let you do the talking.
Yeah, Mogor. This guy, I swear, like this. I don't know how to I don't know how to pronounce his name. Mogor Thwumps. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, I think so.
This guy has the best comments on my videos. He writes like a full-on like review of the episode, and it's like several paragraphs long. And I always love reading them. And he says, "I can see the potential issues with humanizing the dinosaurs as much as you did, but I love how it's been done in practice. Some shift in tone was inevitable, I think, and I haven't minded so far." Well, thank you, mate. I do appreciate that. You know.
Hell yeah, man. Always good to hear.
Yeah.
Let's
And
see.
why is Sarah so evil? Listen, My boy's had a very hard life, as you'll come to see.
Like, listen, he had a lot of bad run-ins of fucking trucks.
I like how
he's not evil. He just
I like
he
how
just
this
hates
person
trucks.
is just asking all these specific questions, and you're just being so vague about it too.
Yeah. You add Dinosuchus to the series.
Dinosuchus. You see, the only thing is, I don't want to start adding new dinosaurs for the sake of it.
Yeah,
because
you
I
wanna
don't. Because guys, this is the thing, right? If I keep adding them, eventually it's just going to become, oh well, there's a new one there, but it's not going to do anything, is it? Because we still need to finish the story. Right. So I don't, you know what I mean? I want them to be an actual threat instead of because obviously we've only got 3 soldiers now. I don't want them to just be like a clear threat. And I know it's
you
a
want
bad
to develop
example.
the dinosaurs you already have and not just throw in new ones.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, gotcha. I would like to put Therizinosaurus in it at some point.
That would be sick.
I just got to figure out how to do that. It would be, because I tell you, that is one thing from Dominion I will say is great. I loved that. I loved the sounds they had for that thing. It felt so big and it felt so actually terrifying. I mean, the blindness thing was a bit weird, but I still thought it was really good.
Skill issue,
really good example.
Samson also asked, since Sarah was able to make an alliance with the Raptors, do you think it's possible that he could maybe even form an alliance with the aliens?
I think we just answered that question. Saying
no. Did he? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, it was earlier. Not in response to the question, but it's just.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I don't think I.
See, this is why I have Julian here. I don't pay attention. I don't have to.
Yeah.
No. I don't think that's a thing, because the aliens have their own reason for being. The Scourge, I should say, have their own reason for being on the island, and there is no alliance that should be formed, because, as is shown in episodes. Which one is it now? I've got to make sure I get this right. Episode 7, The Cave. You start seeing this entity appearing that Alex and Caleb start hallucinating. And then when the Scourge come down, you notice that the first thing they do upon arriving is check that this entity is still there. And that entity is very connected to the parasites, let's say.
Okay.
And so if Sarah was to try and form an alliance with the aliens, it would be a very temporary thing for him, if you know what I'm saying. Because the Scourge do not care about the dinosaurs. They are merely a vessel to move their plots forward. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so no, I don't think that's the direction we're going in. In fact, really, Cerro is completely separate from the aliens in a lot of ways, because the main thing with the Scourge is that I wanted to add another threat to the series, and it was always planned that I was going to have something else come to the island. From the day dot, I was going to do that. But no, they are essentially more of an apocalyptic threat than anything else.
Trike kind of summed
it
up pretty well too. I don't think anyone's going to see a Ceratosaur and straight face think, yeah, I think I could be friends with that without a shitload of convincing.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
No,
I mean, the Raptors. It took a peace offering to get the Raptors on board.
That's true.
What the hell's he going to give to the Scourge?
It helps that the Raptors are also dinosaurs, so it's kind of like
exactly
easier to do that.
Julian, I have a quick question for you, actually. All right, let's say we were in the world of B-C-1, right?
Okay, we're in there.
And yeah, I get nearly fatally injured. So my question is, are you throwing me into the healing pool, or are you going back in time and stealing my channel?
Let's see. I want to keep you around for a bit because you're like the perfect distraction in case the dinosaurs come my way, and I can just kick you out of the car and drive.
Okay.
If we happen to make it to a healing pool before that happens, I'll go ahead and throw you in there.
The question is, guys, I've got a question for both of you, right? Would you even be able to drive B-C-1? Because if there's a little There's a little moment here, right, that I've neglected to mention is the fact that you're both American, I'm guessing, right?
Oh yeah,
No,
so
in
yeah,
America,
yeah,
in America, you guys, no, it's not that. It's not that actually.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I know in America, most of the vehicles are automatics, and B-C-1 is a stick shift. So what are you gonna do there?
Oh, we're fucked. Dude, if I'm driving, we're fucked.
I can barely drive my car
we're,
now.
We're going to be hiking it. Like, well, I guess we're walking.
No way you're dragging my fat ass out back to the fucking.
I could just imagine it's like you guys are just like, you're like, well, I guess we're fucked now. Never mind. Like,
Yeah.
we just get out and walk it because you can't be bothered to learn how a clutch works.
Yeah, no, they even try it. Just be like, well, I guess I'm swimming down the lake.
I would, you know what?
Swimming down.
I would not leave without trying to operate it. I would probably die trying to operate it, but hey, I mean, if I'm going to die already, you know, I mean, might as well take the risk.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get it going, man, you should be all right. Like, why are you going to stop?
Yeah, but
you know
we're
what I mean?
Americans. Americans are fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know, right? Sitting there, listen, we're going to see the guns. We're going to go see the guns, start seeing red, take the guns, jump out, and start trying to shoot everything that moves. It's what we do.
You just get rid of all your ammo supply in like the first hour.
Listen, I'm going to die. I'm going to see how many I can take out with me, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably just let it happen
I mean-
and be like, interesting.
This is the thing, though. Like,
Listen, I am not going to die cooler than getting eaten by a Ceratosaurus. So, like, if I make it back home, I'm going to die,
Well, I mean,
like, of natural causes.
guys,
Fuck that.
Would you rather like one of the infected dinosaurs eat you, or would you rather and you become a zombie, or would you rather it just get it over with?
Well,
Sarah,
I gotta feed those poor zombie dinosaurs. They ain't got any food, you know. You got to.
Yeah,
they can't hunt properly anymore.
Death is supposed to be like the ultimate like break. So I don't want to. I don't have to be having a job after I die by becoming a zombie.
What if being a zombie is your job?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, you're already doing that, kind of. We're just
in the cosmic grand scheme of things,
exactly.
Yes, I guess
we're all
right.
just cogs in the
In
machine.
an essential way.
We're all just
Are we all
zombies
zombies to our own lives?
We're all zombie slaves to our routines.
Yep, just waiting to be
Zombie
eaten by a
slaves.
genetically engineered Ceratosaurus with special brain powers.
I never said he was genetically
I
engineered.
know. Yeah. Well,
That's
actually,
my
that brings up
personal
a question
headcanon
that
now.
Samson did. Yep. From Sam, what he said. Where is it?
What would Sero think about his name?
Yeah.
What's he gonna think? He doesn't know how to speak English, mate.
He's gonna be like, oh, why are you calling me that? What are you even saying? Why are these little people trying to communicate
He'd
to
probably
me?
be like, dude, that's pretty lit. And he'd probably fist bump Alex or something.
Oh yeah, he's like,
Imagine
hell
that.
yeah.
We're talking about him talking earlier. Imagine like I just have a scene where that happens. Like he just randomly talks. Like just randomly like, yeah, that's all right actually.
He gets
hey,
smart enough to
mad
where not only
respect.
does he understand English, but he also gains self-awareness and what's cool and what's not cool. He's like, that's pretty lit. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's not too cool of you guys.
Respect, brother.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Are
Carpe
the
diem
soldiers
and
in the
shit, you
past
know?
or another dimension? Which I think might be a question that'll be answered later.
Answered in the cliff. That's what it is. I know.
Oh, okay.
So I
There
get
you
this
go.
question. I get this question a lot, and I obviously can't reveal it, but it is
Mm-hmm.
actually answered in the cliff.
So you gotta wait a little bit, Samson. Gotta wait for the next
Wait a little
episode.
bit. Wait till August 29th. I mean,
August 29th. Your
August
answer will
29th.
come.
I
Hell
don't know
yeah.
if that's going to be how because I've got that much stuff to do. Like, I mean, yeah, okay. You were talking about it earlier with rendering times. Let me tell you, right, when it comes to Blender, my PC just becomes a space heater, and it is just uncomfortable to be sat next to because I feel like I'm burning alive, like with rendering these scenes. And the other
Like I
week,
turned my computer into a fire hazard.
Oh
it
my
literally
God.
feels that way because like my PC, like the graphics card fan, like one of the fans stopped working. And like I looked at the temperatures and it said 94 degrees Celsius. I'm like, hang on, what, that's not right.
There was a nuclear
So I had to pull
meltdown
it-
warning that happened in the neighborhood that day.
Yeah, literally, I had to like, and that is the one thing like the rendering times are the most of my life when it comes to making these shows because like when everything just takes so much time to render, you know, like proper.
And there's like jack shit you can do during that point, just sitting there like, I just have to wait.
Yeah, you just have to wait, and then you get it back, and you forgot to click one thing, and now the whole scene's ruined. That's happened many times, many times. Yeah, yeah, but like this one will take about a month. I think I've got so much to do. Like I've got to add the sounds. Like right now, you could technically watch it, but all you'd be getting is like the test dialogue and the ambience, and that's it. There's nothing else. Like it's just there's all these fight scenes happening, and it's just silence. That's all I've got so far.
Yes.
But like,
I'd have it no other way.
Yep, there you go. Just talking in some ambience. It's a very avant-garde continuation of the series. It's really trying to say a statement. That statement is, I got bored.
yeah.
Sarah can telepathically talk with the hit music band Gorillaz. Actually, that's really funny that you're saying that. I have a Gorillaz shirt on right now.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I think he's watching you. I think he did that on purpose.
You know what?
I think he's probably watching you right now.
Taste is in the Discord server, and he does give me like a weird vibe. So like, I do think that they cannot be trusted.
You're sitting there like, how did you know? Why Gorillaz?
Yeah, why Gorillaz of all things?
Yeah, he's watching you right now from the window.
You know, Morgor Thumps, however you say his name, said, finally thought of a question. If you could share whether the yellow raptor was dead when brought to the healing pool or just critically wounded.
Critically wounded.
There you go.
So
that's what
I will clear it up. Like, I'm willing to clear up a few things, like because there are some things that might be a bit too hard to construe. But like so the healing pools will work if something is either critically injured and on the brink of death, or has been dead for a small period of time. But there is a threshold to it, and then after a certain threshold, it will not work. That's how it goes. So when Caleb saves Alex after they fight the giant claw, right? Have you guys seen that film?
The giant claw.
Yeah.
It's as big as a battleship. More powerful than a
I literally put that line in. I put that line in.
I heard it.
Yeah.
It was like this fucking battleship. Like, why always a battleship? What does this thing have to do with? Why is it always?
Bro, I swear, yeah. When I first saw that film, because I'd heard so much about it, and when the claw actually comes on screen, I swear I've never laughed so hard in my life. It's just so bad. It's so funny. And it's like the scene where like everyone's on lockdown, you're not allowed to go out because it's around, and there's like teenagers driving in their hot rod. It's so stupid, bro. And it just swoops down and gets them. You know what I mean? Like this bird that's meant to be like the size of a bloody football pitch is gonna come down, and it's gonna focus itself on this little fucking car of people.
It's very particular about its food.
It is, but anyway. I
remember hearing the guy who starred in that movie didn't know what the effects were going to look like, and we went to go to like the opening night and saw it. He everyone started laughing, and he just left and went to a bar and got drunk.
I don't blame him.
Probably kicked his alcohol.
Even then, it looked back.
If that happened to me,
such a weird looking thing as well.
I think I would wish for the effects to be as horrible as possible, because I think that'd be kind of funny.
It would be kind of funny sitting there.
It's funny. It's a funny film to watch it. Like, I mean, the climax is really rushy, and you can tell that they were just like, let's finish this thing. Let's just get rid of this thing.
Guys, we're gonna have to pause. On my screen, it looks like the stream just died. Hold on. Never mind. It's back.
Oh.
We're back, boys. Hold on.
It
we have never been more back.
Yeah.
Sorry, my computer just kind of died there for a second. That was weird.
Huh.
Guys, my computer is still healing from the Lost World, the 3-hour Lost World video.
Oh God, bro!
To this computer,
bet your PC was going through some stuff during that render process.
To this computer, it was like taking a rock hard, earth-shattering shit or something. I don't know. Like, it was fucking awful.
Your computer's got hemorrhoids.
Exactly.
Please, Diego, let me rest.
Yeah. No, we're going for another 2 hours. My computer probably feels
the same thing. Like this thing has sat like. The amount of rendering that this computer has seen over the last few years doing this show, I feel sorry for it, at this point. But it has to keep. It's my workhorse, and it must keep going. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like an old horse. You just got to whip it and say, no, you're going to keep going.
You're sitting there. You're
Don't
not allowed
you
to die
fucking
yet.
die on me. I've
You're
got
not
more
allowed.
shit to milk out of you.
Yep.
Yeah. What was I saying anyway? So anyway, the point about the pools. Sorry for diverting there, guys. This is the point, yeah. So when Caleb saves Alex from the giant claw, right? It's a Quetzalcoatlus, but it's just fun to call it that at this point, right? They put Alex was not completely dead at the time, so that's why the healing pool brought him back, and we were able to enjoy his many nightmares that he has had, because obviously the cosmic horror element comes into it after that.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. I'm laughing because Samson asked, question, have you thought about getting a new computer eventually? No.
I probably will have to. I thought he was asking me.
No, I'm sure he's asking you, but for me, no. I am gonna be working on shit on this thing until it's fucking dead.
Yep.
Until
Diego's gonna go silent for a bit.
turns
That's gonna be
on.
because his computer is officially gone.
Oh yeah. I've already made my money back on this fucking
say-
computer, but I'm still gonna milk it.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Like with my PC, right? I mean, it's getting on a bit now. I mean, like, call it like, what's the word? Call it like, I don't know, like what it is. It's like an old. I mean, what even is old now? Like, I feel like a boomer even saying this, but it's like, I remember in 2021 when like having a 3080, 64 gigs of RAM and a 5800X was considered a really good PC, and now it's like decent, but it's just, yeah, it's all right. But it's probably, it's like it moves so quickly, man. Like, I mean, I will have to do it eventually, because I'll be honest with you, I've had so many problems with this bloody computer. Like that, this 3080, it's the fans keep dying on it. The CPU went on it a few years ago. Like it's just had like loads of annoying little problems over the years. So I will eventually have to do it, but for now, I think that's the thing though. With it being low poly, I can sort of get away with it more, you know. Because if like I was trying to do something like Ali Awada and I was doing like a full on like 1 hour movie of that, I think it would just blow up. You know what I mean?
Just as the series goes on, it gets more low poly. It's just, and then eventually it's just a few pixels.
Yeah. It's just like a couple of polygons on screen bashing into each other or something.
Yeah.
Hey, look what Sarah's turned into, you know. But yeah, it's I will probably have to get a new one eventually, but for now it still does its job, so I'm just going to keep it on. Apart from when the hard drive dies on me and I lose years of work, but you know, luckily the hard drive that
We don't
died
think
didn't have
about that
anything.
till it happens, though.
Exactly.
No, I know.
We
But
only
I've
worry about
literally-
that when it's too late.
No, for in
well,
my
that's
case,
what I did.
In my case, nobody will know because I take 3-month breaks between videos anyways. So it's like, okay, if the computer dies, I'll take
Yeah,
3
it's like,
months.
oh, this is supposed to be a very long video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'll
Lost
say. It's
little
like, sorry
parts,
guys,
yeah.
next video is taking a really long time, but it's really just I'm putting off going to buy a new PC.
Yeah. Go rewatch
I
my
think-
3-hour Lost World video.
You know what? That should
it's
be
like
enough
the-
content to fulfill these guys for the next, I don't know, couple of hours.
The rest of the year.
So it's good with that though, because I do an animated show, like I have to keep getting the episodes out consistently, or else it becomes, you know, like the replayability can only go so far. Whereas with videos like yours, Diego, it's like more, because it's more like, you know, documenting things and like retrospectives and actually like diving deep. Like you could rewatch them and start like learning new things because there's so much content there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like with me, it's more like, I don't know how to put it, but my show, I have to always make sure that I can be consistent with the episodes, because like there was a period after I did the temple after the waterfall back in like 2024, the end of 2024, like where you see BC3 and you see the temple for the first time and the statues, etc., where they get attacked by the T-Rex. It's after that happened. And it does get onto something I did want to quickly mention, actually, like when it comes to watch time and like, you know, the little thing on YouTube where it's like 1 out of 10, 3 out of 10, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone on YouTube, everyone said this, it's nothing new, but like I did the temple and I put a lot of effort into it, right? And I've uploaded it, I'm enjoying it. And then for some reason, like the series had built up a little bit of momentum at that point, and the views just fell off. And I never understood why. And I always theorize it's because the thumbnail might not look as good as the rest of them, but after that, I just got really disinterested in the whole thing, because I just thought, I've put all this effort in, And I know what I said earlier. It's still the truth. Like, you should enjoy what you've got, and
Exactly.
you shouldn't take anything for granted, right? But at the time, it was a bit disheartening when I'm only seeing he's getting like the rest of them, like the jungle got like 15,000, the waterfall got like 7,000 or whatever, and this one's getting barely 1,000. And so I just took a break from it, and then I just thought, like, mid-August last year, I just thought, well, let's try it again. And now it's getting more views than ever. But you know what I mean on the terms of, like, have you reached a point now where you're at, like, 95,000 subs or whatever, where you've sort of stopped looking at all that?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
The 3 out of 10, 4 out
Oh,
of 10.
100%. I stopped looking at that pretty much since I moved out here to Texas. So there was a point where I was actually trying to maybe actually do content creation for, like, full time, because there was a point where it was pretty successful. Obviously, that was during the pandemic, when everybody was inside watching content. Like, it makes sense that it was feasible to do it then, but obviously that time has gone, and people are working and they're no longer on their computers as much. So obviously the channel stagnated for a bit, and I did struggle. So when I came out here to Texas, I'm like, I'm not gonna rely on YouTube. I'm gonna actually find a job, and now the job that I currently have is, I love it. It's a great job. It pays well. The work is very rewarding. So I'm at a point where I'm just like, you know what? I don't give a shit. Like, if a video does poorly or not. Like, if a video never, from this point on, if a video never reaches like 100,000 subscribers, 100,000 views like they used to, that's fine. I don't really care. As long as I can get my work out there, I'm fine.
That's what matters, in it.
Yeah.
That's what
I
matters.
think that sensibility is coming back to a lot of artists and creators, because I know for a longest time it was, because for the longest time it was like, oh, all about content, put something out every day, every week, to try and keep the engagement up. And people are realizing that's not a good way to do art. That's not a good way to
It's not.
keep into your hobbies, or love your hobbies. You're going to end up despising them after a while. So I think people
I can
are realizing.
I can give a perfect example of this, guys. Right, because I'm a more smaller creator, and guys in the chat, I will answer all the questions in a second. But I did want to bring this up, right, on the terms of all that, right. So before I've done like B-C-1, before I started this whole animating journey of mine, like, I've been trying to make music for about 15 odd years, right. It's put something up. I was that kid, like the band kid, that would always want to be in a band and always play music, etc., right. And a lot of times you start learning about these industries and how they really work, and everything is based on like pure luck mostly, right. It's more about who you know than what you know. Yeah. So I feel like I'm sort of adapted to the point now where I sort of understand that, like, I've got to do this because I love it, not because I expect to get all the, like, the gold, all the, like, rewards, or the fruits for the labor, And so it's put, especially with like a smaller channel like mine. Like, I remember you guys saying at the beginning of the stream, oh, it's surprising that you're not bigger. Well, that's just how it is. But let me tell you, this is the most sort of attention I've ever received for any project or endeavor I've ever done. And you know what, guys? I'm happy with it. I'm happy that people are checking it out, and there's people here asking me questions about the show. Like, for me, that's what I'm happy with that. I'd obviously like to keep it going. Like, obviously, keep the ball rolling. But I want to be grateful for everything I have with this series. Not to get too deep or anything. I just wanted to mention it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's a good. Again, I'm glad you're able to reach that point, to a point where you're actually, satisfied with your work. You're satisfied at the point where you're at, and I think that is a very good mindset to keep when creating, because otherwise, again, it just becomes.
It makes you miserable. Let me
It
tell you,
does.
it makes you miserable.
I remember
like
when I was doing it for a living, I was so fucking depressed, because maybe from a different perspective, especially from a small creator, right? The views I was getting at that time was probably looked phenomenal, right? But when you look at the analytics, like, the first couple of
watch time and that.
Yeah, the first couple of hours of a video is what matters the most. And if you can't crack a couple of thousand of views within the first couple of hours, your video is considered a flop. Like, it's not gonna, the growth is gonna be really hard from that point on, right? So it's like, and that's what would happen. The growth for those videos would come more over time and gradually. Very few of them would be very immediate. And when those videos came, when the growth was immediate, it was great. It was rewarding, but it was few and far between, and that's what was depressing about it. Because when you're trying to do it for a living, you want to see that kind of growth with every video. You're just not going to get that, and it sucked. I was like, I'm never doing that again because I can't. It was, well, I mean, not just because of
exhausting.
Not just because of that, but it's also because I've got other priorities now. You know, like you can't raise a family on ad revenue on YouTube. You got to have an actual job. Like it's not going to work out. So that's where I'm at right now. I can't. So YouTube purely is like like the most it can be is a side gig. But more than anything, it's my outlet to be able to talk about my interests, which, you know, I still very much enjoy. I love doing it.
Well, that's what's important in it, mate. And that's how I feel about B-C-1. Because obviously, I mean, you can look at it from the different side of the coin because, you know, I don't want to phrase this in like any kind of condescending way. No. It's like sort of because you've been on that side of the YouTube like algorithm, you've managed to like crack it at one point. You can at least reflect on it and understand it, you know, from the point of view because you were able to, you know, amass the views like during that time.
Right.
You know, for a small creator like me, it's different because I do want to see how far I can take the series myself, but it's good to hear from like a creator like who's seen the other side of it and like their experience with it, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, of course. No, I get that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I do want to just answer these guys' questions because
no, of course,
I don't want to feel like I'm ignoring them.
No. Yeah, you know, absolutely.
So this first question, will Sero and the big one fight eventually? Well, you'll have to watch the finale for that. Let's put it that way. Oh, I've just spoiled it, bro. I think everyone knew that anyway. Question, have you thought about switching to a new animation software like Blender? I do use Blender.
We'll use it more.
What is it? Yeah,
use it again.
I'm gonna have to. I've been using it for 3-4 years. But I guess.
Well, use it for another 3-4 years.
Yeah. Maybe I'll crack the algorithm then. Yeah.
Maybe if I just use Blender more. That's what's missing.
That's the one. Question, is Sero the main villain, or at least one of the main villains? I think he commented this. I figured it was pretty obvious that he's the main villain. To be fair,
he commented that a few times because we kept ignoring it.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. But like, Sero is the main villain. I mean, the thing is that the show's got that many villains, man. But you know what? My favourite guys to animate have been so far. It was the Gorgosaurus twins, or just the twins as I call them. I'm sort of annoyed I killed them off so early, man, because I feel like I could have done a lot more with them.
Right.
You know, because they had like a bit of chemistry on screen and that. So yeah.
But I mean, you're already juggling so much stuff. I mean,
right? Yeah,
that's very true.
So it's like, you know, he had to drop one of the balls.
I did, yes. Well, there were, let's just say, the zombie Gorgosaurus, as you can see from the posters I've sent. He ain't dead yet, boy.
Yeah,
he's coming back.
They're still here in spirit, if not, well, more bodied in spirit, but they're still here.
Yeah, and I plan to have quite a cathartic ending to not this episode, but the one after, with that creature. But I do not want to spoil any more than that.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Next question then. Why didn't Sero take the other dead raptors to the pool?
Because fuck them, that's why.
Well, listen. Well, yeah. Look, dude, and also there's no stating that he didn't do that. We just didn't see it. We just didn't see it. But essentially, the yellow raptor's obviously like the son or daughter. I haven't actually given that raptor a gender, to be fair. I just, I didn't think of it that deeply. But basically, it's the child of the blue and red raptor, and obviously in that moment, Sarah thought, I need to keep these guys' trust, so I'm going to do something that will show them that I am on their side,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe there's a bit of morality getting in there with the healing pools, like maybe he's building a conscience, guys. What do you think?
I just think it's a hierarchy thing where it's like, oh yeah, the 3-colored raptors are the top of the ladder. Everyone else is like bottom rung pawns that like, yeah, no, they're here to do what we want and to die if need be.
That's kind of how I thought about
Yes,
it too.
they're the
not gonna
goons.
lie.
Yeah, exactly. They're the mooks, the thugs,
They're like they're the
fodder.
goons, aren't they?
Also, a lot of those
mafia,
raptors got shot in
basically.
like the fucking head, so I don't know if you can come back from that.
No. There are limits to the pool. There are limits to the pool.
Yeah, I feel like
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I say, you can't just have it like, oh, the pool solves all problems, because then that's just a cop out in it. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, my head got chopped off. Don't worry, throw him in the pool.
throw them in the pool and that'll sort it out. That'll make everything more simple. I mean,
There you go.
that's the thing with the pool. To be fair, like there is so much like I want to go into, but I can't because of the fact the series isn't ending. I'll tell you what, it'll be interesting to see like a year from now, like once I get most of the things out. I plan. To be honest, guys, I can't really say when the series is eventually going to finish, because I have got this question quite a bit since the like, you know, and people saying like, oh, I don't want it to end and all that, which, mate, that's like the best feeling ever to hear.
Oh yeah, to have an
comments like
actual
that.
ending to a series, and not just have it keep going.
Well, actually, now
like-
I'm curious. So you have in your mind an ending for this series. Have you at all explored what you might do after the series then?
I haven't thought about it because this series takes up a lot of like time, effort, and like going over like scenes and scripts that I literally cannot think of anything else other than the series. That's all my mind is focused on. I want to
He's
focus
actually
on the
going to do
now.
a remake of the entire series in the Unreal Engine next.
Oh God, no, please. No, I've got bad memories of the Unreal Engine, mate. I tried to make like a little game of B-C-1, right, back in 24 it was or something, right, and I got like one scene, like one little level. There was a bit of platform. It was first person and a little like scripted sequence with Sarah. I don't know how I did it because I didn't know what I was doing. I managed to actually make a full-on level. But then it came to scripting literally anything, and I realised I just, for some reason, cannot code. I don't know why. Maybe it's ADHD. It is just something that I cannot, for the life of me, get to grips with. And like I'm looking at, like, I don't know if you guys have looked at the Unreal Engine and how it works, like the blueprint system or whatever, like to try and script things. But the thing is, I'm watching all these tutorials and I'm just realizing, hang on, I'm not learning anything here. I'm just watching somebody show me how to do it. And then that code could conflict with someone else's code, and it just becomes a whole thing. And, you know, I would love to make it into a game someday, but at the moment I just would not. I don't have the ability to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, for instance, so when I started making the series, again, I didn't really know what I was doing with animation because it was all very new to me, and I was just basically doing everything that I figured you're supposed to do, like block out the scenes or whatnot. And especially with them earlier episodes, like a lot of it came down to I'm stubborn and I'm not going to take no for an answer, you know, and I'm going to do it, but I've also got to work within my means and not be like too ambitious, because then it's just going to look bad, and then, you know, that's not good for anyone, is it, really? It's good for meme makers, but not me, the creator, you know. It's like, so for instance, like, you know, the thing is, I don't want to bash my work because I'm very proud of every episode that I've done. The only one that sticks out to me that I wish I'd done a bit more on is The Jungle, because I felt like the pacing was a bit off in it and I could have done more with it. And also the animations in some scenes, I'm not happy with how it turned out. And it just so happens, it just so figures that's the one with the most views on it, you know. But like, that's just
It's always the worst.
Ain't that just the way it goes, though?
That's just the way it goes. I mean, Diego, do you have a video that you're not as proud of as the others, and it is the one that just has a ridiculous amount of views?
Absolutely. If you look at my most popular video, it has 2.6 million views. It's a stop motion Lego animation thing I did back when I was in high school. It was stupid. It's garbage. I don't like it, but it's got the most amount of views. I think of my current videos, the most popular one is the dinosaurs attack. The dinosaur attacks one, the card series that Topps did back in the 80s and 90s. I did a retrospective on that, and it has 1.5 million views. And And then with the first, what is it? I think within the first month that I started doing YouTube full time, I did a few. There were a few videos that I did. One of them was on a book called Raptor Red. The video did poorly, even though I worked really, really hard on it because I really liked that book, and I
horrible feeling in it.
Yeah, and that video had a lot of like, there were sequences that were like very, like it was very like intricately edited because I wanted to like recreate some of like the of what was actually happening in the book, because there's very little like actual visuals for some of the more action-based sequences that were happening, right? The video, I think I recently saw it, not like rewatched it, but I saw it. It has like 40-something thousand views or whatever. So it didn't get like great growth over the, I mean, you know, I guess it depends on who you ask, but if in comparison to my other videos, it didn't get great growth. Around the same time, I did another video. It was my first attempt covering Jurassic Park analog horror. It was a very lazy video. It was very different than the style that I usually do. I don't usually show my face in my videos. I'm just a voice that talks about paleo media. But in this Jurassic Park analog horror video, I thought, hey, I'll do something different. It was short in comparison to the Raptor Red video. It was very very easy to put together editing wise. That video ended up getting like 400,000 views, and I fucking hate that video. I actually despise it. There was a part of me that was like, if this video ends up becoming the most popular one on my channel, I do not care how many views it gets, I'm fucking deleting it. I had so much contempt for that video for a while. I still hate it, but not nearly as much. But like, it's shit like that gets the most views that I fucking hate.
Well, this is the thing. We're our own worst critics, aren't we? That's how it goes. I mean, I could that's kind of how I feel about the jungle, to be honest. Like, I'm proud of the fact that I was able to do something like that. But in hindsight, the pacing of like the first 6 minutes, which is pretty much the beginning's the most important part of any video on YouTube, isn't it? Like, to keep people in. And it's just a lore dump. And I just think that if it wasn't for the Titanoboa scene, then people would have just not bothered watching it, because it's literally just Caleb and Alex bickering because Alex is like slowly succumbing to the virus, and it's just like a lot of cosmic horror elements and hallucinations. So out of all of them, I'd say that's probably like the one that if I could go back and do it, I probably would. But at the same time, it's done now, and there's no point like going over old ground. I mean, all the other episodes I'm really, really like, and that one as well. I'm just proud of like the fact that I was able to even do something like this in the first place based on my limited experience, because I only like opened Blender for the first time in 2022. So, the fact that I'm here at all is I'm more than happy. Like, to make a series, to animate it all myself, to voice it all myself, to make the music for it, like put the sounds together, just do everything. It's like, creative spirit and creative freedom without a broadcaster telling me what I can and can't write or whatever. Exactly. And that comes into it too. That's what comes into it too, because
Yep. I was just gonna say, I think like, and I also feel like you're doing more of a service here, because you're actually creating a story. You're creating entertainment. Like, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing too, but I'm not really creating a story. It's just, the content is a retrospective. I'm taking information, rewording it, and I'm just kind of putting it up as a documentary style video. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to make my content sound reductive or anything, but I think by comparison, I appreciate people who create stories more than what I can make, because I can't really make stories. I've tried. It's not in the cards for me, but I like making my documentaries. I think they're great. I think those are cool, but that's what I'm good at. But I really love, I think when people can actually create a story, and actually have the skill set for that, I appreciate that a lot more in my, like, just kind of my personal view.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. Because it's like, it's like this. I mean, it's not reductive at all. I mean, it just comes down to like we're doing two completely different things, but we
True.
both love dinosaurs, and that's what it is, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
that's how it goes. And it's like, yeah, and I appreciate it, man, because when it comes down to like the fact that, you know, I always wanted to do this when I was a kid. Like we all did it. Like when we were like kids, we'd sit there and we'd watch like YouTube videos. Like, you know, you'd see like some Lego Jurassic Park or something. You know what I mean? Typing it in. And this is what I'm proud of. It's the fact that, like, now as a 26-year fully grown man, yeah, I can look back on that little kid who was sat there on his parents' laptop when I was about 8 years old, and I can say, you made something. You know, you made a series. You branched out and tried to be creative. And so in 20 years' time, you know, maybe I've got my own family. I don't know. I'm not even in a relationship right now, so you never know. Don't ever say never say never, sort of thing. I can look back in 20 years, you know, and say, hey, I did something I was passionate about, and that's enough for me, really. Because it's like, when I create the idea, like, to create a story like this as well, it's like I wanted to try and do something that I felt hadn't really been done before, and because obviously I had to stay within my means because of the fact it's low poly. And you think, but I didn't let like that stop me from like branching out to try and making this as professional as possible. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, for instance, like the latest episode, I mean, the one that I'm about to do, like, let me tell you, dude, like, animating faces is extremely tedious. Very hard work. And in hindsight, maybe I should have put a mask on Captain Hagen, you know what I mean? But this is the thing, like, I want to I keep trying to up the production value in every single episode. Like, when you look back on, like, to be fair, the Valley still holds up really well, and that was the first time I went off into the, you know, like the actual story without just the first person. But I've been trying to upgrade everything, like the animation quality. Like, some of the models needed updating, like just continuously improve the craft, so that by the time we get to the finale, I want it to. It'll never be like full-on production studio level quality, but it will be, you know, better. And that's, for me, is very important to keep on improving, because hey, I just fell into animation, man. Like, right. I didn't ever expect that I would actually like start animating, but it's just become so fun to do.
Yeah, it's the same way with me when it comes to content creation. I just kind of fell into it. I didn't realize like it was something that I had like this. I mean, it wasn't something I had like this deep passion for back when I first started doing it. I just thought it was kind of a fun little thing to do, you know, like, and then it just kind of turned it over time and turned into this, you know.
Yeah, well, that's the great stuff. The thing about it, man, because it's like beforehand, it's like I was I just strictly make music. Like, that's all I ever did. Like, for probably from age 13 to like 20. Like, that's all I ever did. That was all I wanted to do. So, and it's someone similar. It's kind of similar to me in a way, this guy, because he's, I mean, do you remember that video from years ago, Salad Fingers? That mad like cartoon. Yeah. The creator, David Firth, like, you know, he made some bloody weird stuff. But it's really good, like, and I remember watching a video of him saying that, like, well, it's the same for him, like, he just fell into animating. And so here I am, you know, that's how it goes. But you know how they say, though, that animating takes the time. Like, I mean, it's a shame we didn't really get into this more in the actual stream. But you know, like the segments of King Kong 1933 where the T-Rex fight happens. Like, if you really watch that sequence and you think about how long it actually goes on for, like where they're actually brawling it out, dude, the amount of frames that actually is, it's like 3.5 minutes long.
Oh yeah.
In animation. My God, like that must have taken
months of work, you know, like
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine how long the Lost World itself? I mean, that was even longer, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like,
I
in
think
terms
like
of like the
14 months just for the animation, mind you. You know, like that's, you know, then you take consideration everything else, like having to put the animation or the characters in with the animation. That process, I'm sure, took even not even longer, but I'm sure that it took its own time too.
It did. I mean, I read up, and I can't remember who played Ann Darrow in 1933's King Kong, but apparently she had to sit in that like tree model up there for like hours and hours and hours and hours on end, like just and then you can even see like little cuts like during the fight sequence if you ever rewatch it, where like the tree, like the perspective slightly changes halfway through, and it just happens suddenly. It's just fun to look at stuff like that. But yeah, it's like all these. So when it comes down to animation for me, like when I'm animating a scene, the one thing that nobody told me that was never apparent is just like you have to really account for when things are going to happen, when cameras are going to change. Like you have to do the maths on the frames of animation, because you run the risk of things being too fast, or then they can look too slow and sluggish. And you know that's why, like for instance, the fight between Cero and the Gorgosaurus took so long, was the hardest bit, because the trying to get two of these models to sort of interact with each other, and like the physical boundary gets broken, like you know the momentum of like I don't know, like a tail slash or something, it all has to work together, and it's probably the hardest thing. And I've just realised that Julian's completely disappeared.
Wait, what?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm looking through the.
Oh, I thought you meant like
comments right now.
I thought you meant disappeared from the call. I'm like, what?
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Yeah, Julian, what?
I didn't want to
Just on
interrupt
a
you
lovely
guys.
soliloquy there.
You guys are.
What's
you guys,
happening?
you guys are having a.
Wait,
You guys are having a really good conversation. I didn't want to interrupt.
You were DMing me a bunch of the questions. What's happening there? I didn't want to call you out or anything.
Oh, I thought I was putting it into the group chat, but I was actually just giving it to you. So I'm.
No, to be honest,
Yeah, you give
what
it
I
to me
thought was
all the
happening.
time, don't you, buddy?
Yeah.
I thought you were writing in the chat, and I thought he was going to say, "Sorry guys, I've got a dip or something."
Yeah, I thought.
No, I'm
I
still
thought
here.
I was like, oh man, this dude's gonna tap out here any minute.
Nope.
Hey, Julian, you're the one who lined this fucking interview up. You're gonna stay here for the next 5 hours, okay?
I am not leaving. I am here.
Dude, I'm here, man.
Yeah,
It's fucking 5:30 in the morning, mate. If I'm gonna stay, you're gonna stay.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I am still here. I am trying to help out.
Yeah. Listen, I
If you
don't
go
remember what I was saying,
anywhere,
but yeah,
you are
it's about-
fucking
God.
fired, even though I don't fucking pay you.
Oh god, I'm sitting here trying to help you out. You're gonna fire me? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Actually, I think since you've started, I've threatened to fire you every stream, pretty much. So
Oh yeah, at least once.
par for the
That's how I know
course.
I'm doing a good job.
yeah.
I do like these
Let's see,
questions
who
here.
asked this question? Yeah,
No,
there we go.
But yeah, look, all the point was that's my ADHD kicking in there, by the way, boys, just randomly diverting from what I was saying.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, so yeah, the hardest part of animation is genuinely like the actual like momentum, and let me tell you, this new episode has like 5 different fight sequences in it, all of which didn't take as long as I thought, and they all look much better than Cero's last outing with the Gorgosaurus. So, you know, hopefully everyone else feels the same.
Yeah.
It's probably like, it's just what I really want to do for the remainder of the series is I just want to make sure that like I can wrap everything up without leaving any plot holes. And I've got so many, like I say, because everything's in my mind, like everything's quite sporadic. Everything's like it's not laid out like as one big thing. I've got like scenes in mind, and I've got like everything overall in my head, but I don't have like the full script. So, you know, after I do the cliff, who knows, I'm probably gonna write the next one straight away after that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like the lake didn't take as long as I thought it would, but because like it introduces new characters, it meant like a lot more like development had to be done to make everything different, you know. So like, you know, the new soldiers, they have moving faces, like actual eyes, all these little things just to make everything look a bit better than like the previous ones. Because if you look back on like the valley, like near the end, there's like a little scene during the nightmare sequence after Alex gets infected and kills the giant claw, where the character that's now become Captain Hagen comes through the door and he shouts at him before he turns into a mutated zombie, and it's just like the Half-Life texture. It's like just the face from Half-Life, so it's literally just a static image plastered on this 3D model. So I just had to make sure that I made it a bit more expressive than that.
We call that charm.
Yeah, I know, but charm can only take you so far, can't
We
it?
call that cheap. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
We
No,
call
that's the
that
point.
using our budget wisely.
We call that we didn't have a budget.
Yeah. We call that this video is free. Get off my fucking back.
Okay, you win with that one.
Yeah.
That's so true.
You should be paying me.
I know, right? And they're like,
You should
"Jeez."
start putting BC-1 behind a paywall.
Be even like put half of BC-1 every like the last half of each episode is behind a paywall.
Oh God, imagine, dude. Dude, if I was a proper capitalist behind the scenes, I would absolutely do that.
Sitting there, God.
Get my money.
What-
Get my
what-
money. I want a new car. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sitting there like, what's the easiest way for me to shoot myself in the foot?
Exactly. And the thing is, I was debating it, like the whole Patreon thing. I was gonna, but then I just thought, bro. At the time, I had like 1.5 thousand subs. I'm thinking, no one's gonna buy that, bro. Like, just
It's
give it a
hard.
little bit longer before
It's difficult,
exactly.
yeah. Because I tried Patreon for about a year, and it's fine. It's nice little extra money, but like, it can be hard
Pays
to keep
for petrol, like.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's good gas money, good pocket money, or pocket change. But like,
We also have to keep content on there. You have to
Exactly.
keep people enticed to keep
It's-
paying you, and that's
it
its
can
own
be
kind
hard
of
to
stress.
keep up with. Definitely, I fell behind a few times. So I was like, okay, I got to stop doing this because now I just feel like I'm ripping people off. So I just stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to. I figured like I might be able to get away with it because obviously because I'm doing like an animated series, I could like have behind the scenes of all that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And what people do ask me occasionally is that, oh, you should do a tutorial on how you do these episodes. And I'm telling you right now, guys, I don't think I could because I'm a terrible teacher. Like I'm just, it's not a natural thing within me to be but I have thought about doing like a behind the scenes thing when the series is over. Like, because I feel like then it's good to share on how I made it all through. Should I get on to these questions anyway? Samson M6I question. Since the big one is obviously the biggest T-Rex, how big are the Rexes usually? Well, I've got a retort for you, Samson. She's not the biggest one, and you'll find that out in a few episodes' time. And essentially, we're going to find out exactly how Liam killed the T-Rex with one shot. That's what we're going to find out.
Okay.
Right, and that's
Looks
technically
something
not a
to look
spoiler
forward
because
to.
that's in the episodes. That explains a lot of things. What else we got? How powerful is Cero? I'd say he's still not quite a T-Rex level threat yet. But he's because of the intelligence he's gaining from the healing pools and his experience now having the raptor pack with him, he's becoming a lot more formidable and bold, as you'll see in the cliff. Like he begins to view himself in a very, let's say, he's starting to get a bit of an ego. That's how I'd describe it. What else we got here? Chaotic. I'm not saying that. This is not the question. This is just me trying to pester you. But what if Cero talks telepathically?
He's got that big brain now. Has the mind
He's got
powers.
that big brain. He
The
just
mega
goes
mind
full
brain.
Smaug from the Hobbit. Like
Yep.
where are you? Like it's just like that. I did actually animate because I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did this parody video with Cero.
Oh yeah, I watched it. The Be
yeah.
Prepared.
Yeah.
I think it's funny how foreshadowing that is to the actual show.
Well, that's the thing. That's what it was. But like, it was more like a chaotic moment for me because like I would almost finish the cave, but like I was just like slogging out like, why can't I think of the word? What am I procrastinating? There we go. Procrastinating the end of the episode, like the little finishing touches or whatnot. It's mostly the same mixing at the end. I absolutely hate that bit. It's so boring and tedious, But like, I thought, right, I'm just going to do something else. And for whatever reason, I just randomly thought of the Be Prepared song from the 2019 Lion King because everyone made a big meme about it a few years ago. And I looked it up and I'm listening to it and I'm just thinking, hey, I'm trying to see something, So I download it, I put it in Blender and I think, right, let me just give Cero actual like expressions and just see how this looks. And I did this like little 10 second bit of the song. And then I just thought, right, I'm just going to do this because this seems like a load of fun. Yeah,
Just a
no.
little bit of levity in the whole schedule.
Yeah. Just put it out as like a thing, and I've started doing that between the episodes as well. I like releasing like little episodes. I think I'm going to start doing like little shorts as well, like for instance, like foreshadowing the next episode. But yeah, so
Yeah, I like
Sarah's
that.
probably
Yeah,
not going to
that's pretty
talk
cool.
telepathically. That's probably,
Probably
not
not.
going to happen. Probably not. I mean, that would be funny. Like, actually, no, I'm not going to say that. 'Cause I do actually. I've got an idea. I have an idea, right, that I've had for a while, and I didn't know if I was going to do it, but I've got that comment now, and I've got some thoughts. Not that exactly, but anyway. Samson M6I question: will we get a bigger Spinosaurus? Right. So it's a point of contention because in carnivores the Spinosaurus is smaller. It's quite small, right?
Yeah, it's like
And
a
I
medium
didn't want to
size,
mess with
right?
that. Yeah, they're not. They're smaller than the Ceratosaurus.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't want to, because you see the thing is it doesn't take place in the carnivores universe. I'll make that clear now, right? It doesn't. Like FMUV32, where the planet of carnivores, that's not where it takes place. It's its own thing. And but what I didn't want to do is I still wanted to keep the sort of carnivores vibe. Despite the fact it doesn't take place there, I still wanted them to act like their game counterparts. So I didn't want to mess with the size of the Spinosaurus. I can't say. I don't think we're going to get a bigger Spinosaurus now. What we will be getting is a Baryonyx in the next episode, and I hope that makes up for it. And the question is, who does the voice of the characters? Me and only me.
Yep.
You, is it, bro? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you will be if you want to get killed by the Ceratosaurus.
I low-key kind of do. I'm not a good actor, but I think that'll make it funnier.
Well, yeah. Of course, like you only need to say a couple of lines, mate, and you know it'll be all the same to everyone else.
It'll just be me and
Yeah.
Diego arguing like we usually do.
I could do that though. Like if you guys were down for that, I would. That would be quite funny.
Oh yeah, I'm always
Have you
down.
both arguing?
Sorry,
Yeah.
the next question that Samson asked is so random.
What is this?
I'm gonna let you just read it.
I mean, there's some hints.
Listen, dude.
I
I knew
believe
this
it.
was gonna come up.
I believe it.
I knew this was gonna come up. Listen, my friend. Yeah.
When you're stuck inside a giant vehicle with
Like,
another
listen,
guy, I
man.
mean, like,
Look, bruv. All I'm gonna say is they're convicts in it. Like, listen. Nature takes its course.
Life finds a way.
Oh, fuck off. No. Of course you said that.
I'm just saying, there's yet to be like an actual woman
Oh, no,
character
he-
in the
he
series. So, I
remembers
mean,
that-
like,
Ah, no. Don't say that. No, there is.
ignore everything that
Blue
Vertex.
Raptor-
Ignore everything that Vertex is saying.
The
Because
blue raptor
we're
and the
gonna
big one are
force-
both female.
we're gonna force the gay
Oh.
in this one.
Yeah.
They're all gay, bro. The entire
Yeah, there you go.
all the dinosaurs, those
gotta
healing
read-
pools have other qualities. You know what I'm
Question,
saying?
is Sarah
My
gay?
Doijin says otherwise.
Is Sero gay?
Because Samson, it's just mainly like the absurdity of the question. Not because the question itself is necessarily absurd. It's just it's so
no.
random.
Let
It's
me
just
make
like,
this
we
clear
were
to
not
Samson
expecting
because I don't
that.
want him to. I don't want him to like think I'm taking like I'm making
we're
fun
just-
of him with this.
Right?
It was
No,
just
yeah.
kind
No,
of-
Samson, I'm not making fun of you for like the laugh. Like the laughing is just because of the absurdity of it. Just seeing that question, I'm not laughing.
After all the
I mean,
other
let's be
questions.
fair, guys. It's a valid question considering the.
Yeah.
Just to lead
the
us to it,
series
it's
at the
like he
moment.
was asking all these
I mean,
like
he
very
does
specific
think very
questions.
fondly of that one guy. He thinks really fondly of that sniper. I mean, just saying.
Oh God.
God. Dino erotica. Oh my god, dude! What has this stream become?
Dude, okay.
Yeah.
I did a okay. You know what? I don't even know if I want to fucking explain it. My most popular stream is I did this thing. Like it wasn't a contest. It was more like, hey, are you familiar with the Spinoferis meme?
I've heard bits of it. What?
But do you know
Remind me
do you
that.
know what the Spinoferis is?
I don't know. It's one of the
Okay,
things
don't
I've
worry.
heard. I don't really.
You will probably maybe recognize it. Let me go and look it up. I don't know why this is on fucking Yahoo, but give me 1 second.
Yahoo.
I'm
What
on
year
You
Yahoo.
got a virus, bro.
I do have a virus, I think. I don't know. Anyways, this is what the Spinosaurus looks like. It's a meme version of the Spinosaurus.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, it looks like a diseased walrus.
Yeah.
Looks like a fucking
Yeah, so
fucking
like
monster.
the joke is Spinosaurus is a dinosaur that has had so many reconstructions that they're some like people have memed on it, and they come up with the most ridiculous looking ones just as a joke. And actually, I think Spinosaurus has a deeper history than that. Like it was actually created as like a speculative like a spec evo creature for a fan project.
Right.
But like what is it? It's become a meme in the dinosaur community. So I did like this little this stream where I'm like, hey, beforehand I was like, hey, if you make art of the Spinosaurus, I'll show it on stream and I'll make a whole stream about it. And that's what people did. And in that stream, people were talking about like, oh, they need to make Spinosaurus body pillows and Spinosaurus dildos and Spinosaurus flashlights and shit like that.
Oh my god. Well, this is definitely getting demonetized.
It was, oh my god, it was, dude, I don't even think that stream is demonetized. It was crazy the shit that people were saying in the chat, and I was laughing at all of it. It was hilarious.
I'm sorry, Diego. I can't even listen to what you say. I just can't believe this thing that I'm looking at. It is the strangest. And I have seen it on Twitter, actually. I have actually seen this thing. But it's like, bro, look at its snout, man. It's just diabolical. You know what I mean? It's despicable, even.
I'm sure that Trike remembers that stream. Trike, you remember how unhinged that stream was. It's been like a meme since then in my community how infamous that stream has become. It was hilarious, but yeah, I'm not surprised that all these years later people are still, you know, being weird in chat because hey, that's just how it is. That's how it be when you're doing these live
This is
streams.
the culture
I love it, man.
The culture you're
I love interacting with
here.
everybody, man. It's great. Like Trike, right?
Trike's like, yeah, I remember.
Trike, you know what here's the real question. Would you do a Spinosaurus cameo? Maybe, you know.
If there's a model for it out there somewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
The one guy made a model for it.
I mean,
I'm
for the
looking-
meme, you know what I mean?
I'm looking at the stream right now. It is still it is still public. It is monetized. YouTube did not touch it at all. I don't know how it's still up. The shit that was talked about in that stream was, again, just very unhinged. I'm surprised it's even up.
Right, well, listen, I'm glad we've got a bit of unhingedness from this stream. You know, I mean, this one guy's really happy that he got. Samson's quite happy he got a reaction out of me.
Yeah.
No, I just wasn't expected to laugh that hard. But
Okay, low-key,
look,
he
guys.
does have a point, and I'm being serious. There is this weird, like, because Alex claims that he's just friends with, I believe the character is named Liam. I don't know if, like, it's just weird the interactions that they had. I got like maybe a brief feeling about it, but maybe that's just because like my entire server, the Discord server, there's just so many gays in there. They're always just
Listen,
they're always just like, hey,
shot-
these guys are gay.
The sniper shot that Liam did not only pierce the T-Rex's skull, it also pierced Alex's heart.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Here's
I knew
something
that.
else,
Oh
apparently.
god.
He was like, "Oh yes."
Sorry.
Oh my god, dude.
Immediate
Listen,
heart throb.
one thing I will say actually, because weirdly enough, I'm glad this character came up because fun fact, he was actually meant to be the original main character. In fact, you remember at the beginning of the stream I told you that I originally made like an animation for the Rack Forces as a trailer for my Half-Life mod.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, back then it's still up and it's a prototype of the Liam character. He's just called the Rookie, right? And it looks absolutely terrible, guys. Like it's awful, but like it's the same sort of vibe. And so essentially, he was originally going to be the main character. And when I came to making the show, I couldn't animate. I couldn't make the character what he is. I couldn't make it like look good enough. It just looked wrong, especially like back then. You know, because I designed the character myself. Like that's what I'm actually very proud because I designed the character myself. Like when I was updating the models, and Yeah, I'm glad I got around to including him eventually because, like I say, it's a lot of this is like quite personal for me because it's nice to actually have like, you know, the T-Rex model from my Half-Life mod, and it's come all this way into the series, like, you know, like the organization from my Half-Life mod being like the center point of the show, so. So yeah, you know, it's just good to get all the all that sort of stuff in, and actually that character was going to be in the Half-Life mod as well as sort of like a sort of like side character that you see in like all the biomes or whatever. It's like it's a whole thing, but yeah. And also the funny thing about it is, right, because obviously in the show Liam is Captain Hagen's son, and I just found it so funny to have this ridiculously over the top masculine man in Captain Hagen. And then you get this like nerdy, more feminine guy, effeminate like sort of guy as his son. And I just found it quite funny because you see that in some films, don't you? It's like
I can imagine Liam's just like, Dad, I'm gay, and Hagen's just like, son, we're going back in time when the woke media was is not a thing. We're gonna go back in the time of dinosaurs.
Those goddamn liberals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it or not, I don't actually get into the political landscape of B-C-1 other than President.
What?
Well, you are now.
I thought I was going to become a political thriller. The president and stuff. I thought we were going to get some espionage.
Well, the thing is, right, I wish I'd made more of this series so I could go into more detail on what President Dufresne is. But let's just say, like, his role as president, it's not exactly as cut and dry as it is, but I would say he's like, I mean, President Dufresne is essentially like the be-all and end-all of the series. Like, he's the true bad guy. You know what I'm saying? No, but no, he's a very egotistical billionaire. Put it that way. We'll leave
Makes sense. Sounds familiar.
It sounds very familiar, doesn't it? But we will leave it there. Right.
Yes.
Here's the next question. Anyway, what was your Half-Life mod called? Right. So when I say the name of my mod, people are going to be very surprised, because what I've neglected to tell you throughout this entire show is that my mod was originally a shitpost, because I didn't know what I was doing, and it became an 8-hour-long epic that was way too ambitious, and the ModDB page is still up, and it's called Mr. B's Big Adventure. And what it was for me is more of the main character was more a vessel of the world I was creating, if that makes sense. So sort of like a point man, like not really. The lore of the mod was nothing to do with the main character. The main character just existed to push the story forward, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Anyways, I just had a stroke and fucking died. Good night, guys. Okay, cool. Good night, Samson. Thanks for all the questions.
All right, bye, Samson.
You really helped in keeping this stream going. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Apparently, there's a model for the boy, the Spinoferis and Carnivores Plus.
All right, Vertex, you're putting that shit inside your series.
You don't have a choice now.
If you're not, I'm deleting everything. I'm gonna campaign to take the entire thing down.
I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm gonna delete this video.
Yeah. I'm not gonna follow you anymore. You will disappear from this channel.
I've just got to do it, have
I? Yeah. God damn.
You know, even if I do put it in, it's only going to be like a 5-second clip of it there on a rock going into.
Oh yeah, I know, right? It's gonna be like Doug from fucking Godzilla X.
I would have it no other way. I don't even want it like that.
Thing is, dude, like I don't even want to kill it. Like it looks like it's suffering enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to kill it then?
Life is
put it out of its misery.
Life is pain.
I don't want the poor thing to suffer. But like, I'm not gonna end this poor thing's life. You know? Like I don't even know what it eats. Like it just looks miserable, dude. Like, you know what it reminds me of? It just reminds me of the film Ice Age. Like there's two weird things at the beginning of Ice Age. They got like trunks on them. Like, I mean, what even is that mouth meant to be?
I took a completely different direction in what it made me think of. It made me think of that one horror movie Tusk with the one with Justin.
Don't bring that film up to me. Don't bring that film up to me. Don't bring that film up to me. That film.
I actually really like
you
that
just
film when I
unlocked
first
a
watched
core
it.
memory. Why did Johnny Depp just appear in it randomly?
The funniest
That's
part
what
is
I always wanted to know.
he
He also
specifically
appears the
asked,
same character in Yoga Hosers.
Right.
He's supposed to be in like 3 movies.
right. The funniest part is that if I remember correctly from the trivia, I don't know if it's true or not. He specifically asked not to be credited in that movie too.
He's like, I'll do it, but I don't want you to. I don't want you to
I don't
let
want to
people
use
know
my
I'm in
name.
it. Yeah.
It just surprised me. It just surprised me seeing it.
Well, his daughter was in it
Man,
too.
What a bizarre film. What a
Yep.
bizarre film.
I
better
that's
than
why
Yoga
I liked it.
Hosers.
It was just so fucking weird.
Like,
And then
it's just
Yoga
the
Hosers was a
random,
sequel. And that one
like,
sucked.
the speech about Mr. Tusk. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Live in infamy, that will, for me.
Tusk, but
Like,
with Diego and Julian. I call being the walrus.
You're gonna be the walrus, or I'll be the old man.
You are the walrus.
I'll be-
Good, 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 you.
I love
There you
that.
go. You see? Perfect. It all fits.
Yeah. Spinoferus. I mean, the thing, the problem is it bad. Like, I can actually see like the reference. Like, you could literally just imagine that what's meant to be a spine, and there's just people in it. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks disgusting, dude. It's just horrible looking.
He's sitting there. He's sitting there, Twisted, sitting there, being like, "Oh, actually, I am going to kill it." Like, he's slowly twisting back to the killing it idea.
No, yeah. I mean, let's be fair. At this point, after this stream, I'm gonna have to put the bloody thing in the show, aren't I? Like, I'm just gonna have to.
I think it's basically like set in stone at this point.
It
Yeah,
is.
you don't really
Well,
have a choice. It's fate now.
What about
so
you
it's
two getting
prophecy.
killed? Getting killed in the episode.
I would love to be
I'm
killed
okay
in
with
the
it.
episode.
I would love that. Yeah, we already
Yeah.
died in one. We want to die in another one.
I
Just
want to
keep
die
killing
in
us, guys.
every animated indie project in
Yep.
on YouTube about dinosaurs.
We're gonna be arguing. We're gonna be arguing how Giganotosaurus is fucking pronounced.
put it in the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Nope.
I've always said Giganotosaurus because I just think it sounds cooler.
And then I think I say Giganotosaurus.
I say
and just-
Giganotosaurus because it's fucking correct.
Well, I know what. I
Is
think
it
you're
really?
wrong. Therefore, I'm right.
It is correct. I don't get why people are against that. Okay,
The
Giganotosaurus
Jokersaurus, actually.
literally means
Yeah.
giant southern lizard. Giant, not giant, alright? So Giganotosaurus, that's what it fucking means.
Giganotosaurus.
That makes a lot of sense. I actually never knew that. That's so cool.
And it's just
No.
like,
Oh,
it's
yeah, no.
Giganotosaurus, gigantic. You know, it's obviously supposed to use that word for the name. So it's like, well, you're going to pronounce it gigantic now, Julian, huh?
I will despite you.
That, honestly, I
the
weirdly
name.
respect that.
Yeah. They said, "Well, now, all right." As long as I play it up.
No,
No, Dad.
that's
I
one.
appreciate
That's one
good
dinosaur
spite.
that won't be appearing.
Yep.
That won't be
I
appearing
appreciate
in
you-
BC1.
I appreciate you being willing to kill us.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
No, willing.
But,
I definitely have to do it now after this stream. It just has to be done. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Gigantic. Oh, now I'm singing a Pixies song. Oh god, I knew the Skibidi thing was going to come into it at some point.
Dude,
Bro,
for
I
some
feel so
reason, Trike,
old when I
for
say these
whatever
names.
reason, Trike is obsessed with that. I don't know why. He's brain rotted. It's
he's-
just,
He's Gen Alpha, dude.
yeah.
These crazy kids.
He's
Not
as
like
rotted
us
as the
millennials.
zombie dinosaurs in your series.
Zombie dinosaurs in my series, man. Yeah, did you guys like the addition of the dinosaur, the zombie dinosaurs? Anyway.
Oh, yeah. I think
yeah,
that was one of my
I thought
favorite
it was pretty
ones.
neat.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty interesting way to go about it. Like,
I'm-
you know, I like dinosaurs, I like zombies, so dinosaur zombies only make sense.
Actually, now
Like
that
what
we're on the
Resident
topic,
Evil
I have a
Down
question for you, Vertex.
Yeah, go on.
Have you ever read a dinosaur short story called Hell Creek?
Hell Creek.
Yeah,
Familiar. Did you make a video on it?
I did.
Yeah, I may have done, because actually I definitely want to bring this up, mate, quickly, because I remember I was talking about them anecdotes that of watching you while I was working on the mod or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this very specific video, and this is years ago. We're talking now, like 2022, and it was when I finally got around to the dinosaur section of my Half-Life mod, and I was watching like videos from you and like other creators, get some inspiration. And I was working on this one map, and it's like a scripted sequence of like the Rack soldiers. You're watching from like a cliff face. You've got no weapons. You're just observing, like one of them things in a game. And there's a little section where the Rack soldiers like shoot a family of Triceratops and have a little laugh about it and walk off. And I remember like it took me about 5 hours because you made a video, and it was right. I want to try and make sure I say this correctly, but essentially it was like insectoid people. And I think it was around like their maybe their race was dying out or something, and they landed.
I know what you're talking about because
yeah,
it's my favorite short story I've ever covered.
Hell yeah,
yeah.
Landed on Earth, and they ran into a T-Rex.
Yes, you were talking about Death of the Moon from 1929. It is a short story. Yeah, it is about a race of insect aliens that are living on the moon. They're living off of artificial resources that eventually run out, so they're dying. So they send a scouting team to visit Earth to see if it's habitable to them. And in the process, that scouting team runs into a T-Rex. And they have a very deadly encounter. And it's, to me,
they certainly do.
One of my most favorite dinosaur short stories I've ever read. But I'm glad that you remembered that because, like, I feel like I made that video and I love that story so much, but, like, nobody talks about it. So dude, I love the fact that you brought it up.
Dude, it's a vivid memory for me. Like, I literally remember it. I remember the specific, everything I was doing, because I kept on, like, staring at the second monitor, like, because I just couldn't focus. Because I was like, this is mad. This is strange. I love this,
I just loved it for how pulp it was. But the reason why I was asking you about Hell Creek is because I remember there's a
sorry about that, dude.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't mind at all. I'm glad that you brought up Death of the Moon. Again, my favorite dinosaur short story. But Hell Creek was great too. And the reason why I bring that up is because earlier in your series, there's a sequence where a Triceratops encounters a zombified ankylosaur. And the reason why I bring up Hell Creek is because Hell Creek is a dinosaur zombie story that is centered, it's a xenofiction one. It's centered around a Triceratops and Ankylosaurus that are surviving in a dinosaur zombie apocalypse. So I was wondering if, like, maybe you took inspiration from that for that sequence because
it might, it might have been like a subconscious thing because it is I am familiar with that. With I swear I have actually watched that video, or was it a stream?
No, it was a video. It was I made it into like I just covered it like I usually cover my stuff. I made it into like an actual video.
It may have been, but I mean, obviously, like the main inspiration for the zombie dinos is obviously the one, the only, primal,
absolutely,
Plague of Madness.
Oh yeah.
Which, let me tell you now, boys, right? It's very rare that I get like disturbed by animation, right, or like films in general. Like I can pretty much stomach anything, right? I grew up on the internet in the 2010s. Like I've seen some shit, you know what I mean? Like, but like this is the thing, that thing, I swear it was horrifying. I remember when the episode came out all the way back in 2020. Man, that was 6 years ago now. Oh my god! But like, I remember watching it, and there's a little sequence, right? And there's one bit that really like made me go ugh. And it's after it falls down the into the gorge, like Spear has his little nightmare of like him turning into a zombie.
Right.
But then it wakes up and they give chase. And there's a little sequence where they're running and the camera, you could just see the head of the Argentinosaurus slowly coming round the corner. And it just really unsettled me, like the movement and like just the way it was animated. It's genuinely right.
It was awesome.
That is
I loved it.
It was awesome. One of the best like episodes of like an animated show I've ever watched. And to be honest with you, that episode is one of the main inspirations for why I went the route I did with B-C-1, because I wish we would have seen more,
Right.
But I wish we would have seen more of it because it was so good, especially like the way it's built up as well. Like, you know, like Spear and Fang, they walk into like the where it's killed all of the other Argentinosaurus. You see their corpses and like just the build up to it. It's really well done. You know, I really think Primal is. It's not underrated because everyone in our like circles absolutely adores the show, but I just feel like I wish it had a bit more because the creator, I can't pronounce his name. I know what his name is, but I can't pronounce it, and I don't want to sound like a fool over the street.
Right, yeah.
Titus Cut. Yeah. We'll use that, yeah. Because I remember when he made the Clone Wars, Star Wars animated series as well. So I've always been like quite a fan of his work, but it's one of them where like, you see, I don't want to go on about this season 2, but like I know season 3's come out. I know you've covered it, and I just refuse to watch season 3. I outright refuse to watch it.
Is it because of your do you have a disdain for season 2?
It's funny really because like season 2, I mean I will get onto the bit I do disdain, but a lot of it just sort of bored me, to be honest, and I hate saying that because it's objectively really well done. But like once we got to like the slaving ship and all that, it just turned me off. And the ending, oh my god. I've never been so flabbergasted in my life like watching that. It just felt like somebody else had infiltrated the studio and told him you have to put so and so in this or we're not going to put it out. Right. That's how it felt, because I have never in my life, like literally I sat there for 5 minutes like full soy face, not knowing what the hell I'd just seen. And you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
obviously.
Yeah. The start of that last episode of that season was so promising. I loved it. And then like halfway through, there was just
big
this
fight.
shift.
Yeah.
There was this weird shift, and just everything went to hell after like the second half of it. But the reason why I ask if you have a disdain for season 2 is because, in my it's not an unpopular opinion by any means, but in my opinion, I think season 3 is miles better. It's cool. It? And they add a little bit more like of the paleo stuff that that season 2 didn't have, but I think just story wise it's more engaging. It's not as boring. There's more of a payoff to it because it feels earned. Like you have this, you look at season 2 and it leads up to that final moment and it feels insulting. Because you go through that whole season rooting for Spear, and then just that happens to him at season 2. It just felt like a disservice to that character. In season 3, they do their best to kind of repair whatever damage they caused in season 2, and I think they do a great job because I think the progression in the third season is still great.
I might do. It's just you got to understand, Diego, right? Like that, the second season, I've never been so put off a show in my life.
I know it's such a turn from season 1 because season 1, in my opinion, is just
it's a different show.
It's a 10 out of 10 show. It does so much well with the pulp caveman / dinosaur setting. Like it's great to follow Spear and his friendship with Fang. Like there's so much to appreciate. They explore things in a dinosaur setting that you don't really get to see anymore. Like or you don't really get to see at all. Like an infected sauropod, witches interacting with dinosaurs, an invisible dinosaur, right? Like you have all these different threats.
Oh,
it was so
Nightcrawler.
Cool. Yeah. But then, like, all of that kind of disappeared in season 2 because they wanted to, in replacement of that, they wanted something that had more of like a overarching storyline with the episodes. Yeah, which isn't bad, but I feel like it did kind of hurt the series a bit.
Look, this is the thing. This is why I feel bad, right? Because you see, like as a person, right, I don't want to like come across as like, oh, I'm so opinionated and my opinion's right with everything, but I've just got to be honest. I just didn't care about that dude's backstory at all. Like the big muscular guy.
Right.
Like on the slaver ship or whatever. Like, look, I get what they're doing, but at the same time, I'm not here. This is not the show I've signed up for. And like when they start showing his backstory, I'm like, look, I just don't care. Like, and I hate to say that because obviously so much effort has gone into the series or whatever, but like it started off promising. Like, you know, you see Fang, like she meets like that male T-Rex, and then him and Spear have a fight, and that went. It kept on like subverting my expectations because a lot with Primal, you think you're gonna get like the generic cliche of like how a story's gonna go, and it just subverts it like straight off the bat.
Right.
But like I said, when you get about halfway through, when the ships start turning into, I don't like fast forwarding stuff, but I don't care about this. Like when it's like I was just saying, Primal season 1 is one of the most unique shows I've ever watched in my life because it's like you were mentioning, right? The settings that they were in, and the fact that Fang and Spear, they had to like build trust with each other, like, you know, man and beast, that sort of thing. You know, like when the little like the little bickering they have with each other when they're hunting together,
Right?
You know, all that stuff. Like it's just the little things, but I just love how unique that is to that show. And then as soon as I watch that premiere, the finale, right? And you know, they introduced what's her name again? The woman, Mira. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bad feeling with where it's going to go, and look,
It sucks because like I had the opposite. I was so hopeful. I was like, this is gonna be cool, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, it had cool moments.
Yeah,
it had cool moments, but few and far between. You know, I mean, you see, I do want to things. You've kind of convinced me now. I do actually want to try and check out season 3 now. It's just,
I think it's worth a shot.
Is it all released yet?
The whole thing is released. I think it's on HBO Max, or I mean, you could probably find a way to watch it for free if you.
I mean, it's on HBO Max for sure.
Yeah,
it's on HBO Max, but or you can just, as the we said, probably find it somewhere else.
Find it
walk somewhere, trip, fall right into it.
Exactly.
Find it somewhere else.
Yeah, but
won't mention any more than that.
What's that? Oh yeah, no, I know what you mean. We'll not mention it.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, I think it is worth a shot. If you're not convinced by like maybe the first few episodes, I would say maybe the season's not for you. Maybe don't waste your time, But if you can't get into it within the first few episodes, I'd say keep going. It's good. I like it.
Right.
But I don't want to cut everything short, but I do just want to say it is midnight for us, or like past midnight. So the stream's been going on
for me, dude.
almost 4 hours. So I think
you're joking, has it really?
It's 3 hours and 40-something minutes.
This is the longest we've ever had a stream for now.
Yeah.
So
You're joking,
have to beat our record next time.
Yeah, we've been chatting for a while.
Yep.
No,
so
listen, well, I mean, I'm down for as long as you guys want to go. I mean, it is 6:30 in the morning. It's a good job I don't have work on Sundays, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But
that
I
would
think
be a problem.
we are gonna have to call it because I do have a thing in the morning. So unfortunately, I guess I need to get some sleep, but I guess it's technically optional, but
Oh, you guess you do.
Yeah.
Well, then if this is like how it goes, well, guys, listen, I just want to say thank you very much for this. I've had a really good time. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I hope it's been entertaining. I've really enjoyed myself, and thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah, of course, man. We were
Thanks
very
for checking
happy
out
to
the
have
problem.
you. Yeah, and
Hell
honestly,
yeah.
we're not opposed to having you back on. Maybe after a few episodes, or even after your series is completed. Maybe we can continue the interview then, and we could talk more about like your thought process towards like the finale.
Yeah, because it's we covered quite a lot of topics in
Oh,
this
yeah.
last 4 hours. Things are darting around, and I'm glad as well because I was hoping that it was going to be exactly like this, where it's
Right.
just us chatting about random media. Shame we didn't get more into Carnosaur, Julian? But
Oh, that's okay. There's plenty of time next time.
plenty of time.
He's talked enough about that movie.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as talking enough for it. It's forever.
It is.
Okay,
well, I hope
buddy.
you guys liked my rants on certain things anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah,
Because
man. It's
I
been
really
fun.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It is.
But
Well,
yeah.
listen, I'll let you guys get off then, and listen, thank you very much for it all, and God bless you. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you
Good
all.
talking to you, man.
And of
Take it
course,
easy.
Thank you everybody
You too,
for
guys.
joining the
Take care.
stream. Appreciate it.
Yep.
We'll
Thanks
catch
everybody.
you guys later.
Always fun having Later, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.